Discord stream? What do you think?
I think Discord stream will give you the closest 1-to-1 possible.
Yeah, makes sense. There's like this. The actual stream is a tiny bit of delay, right? No matter what, like a tiny bit of delay.
Yeah. Because I mean, we're basically going to be operating off of a 3-minute delay from the very beginning, but.
It is okay. Yeah, tournament draft. Good.
Oh wait, who gets blue side?
Not Tipster's team, the other team.
Okay.
Juicy's. Yeah. Tipster's team asked for red side, which isn't. I thought blue side's more favored, or like unless they really want that last pick.
Counterpick goes a long way.
Oh.
Like, I mean, to be honest, when we had counterpick on Gershon, sorry,
Yeah.
like that helped our top laner a lot. Like, because even though he might get diffed skill wise, right? He still has like a winning favorable matchup.
That's a good point. Yeah. Oh. That's Omega Genius.
But conversely, blue side is also like, if you have something that's like super good, like you have a priority pick, you want to get blue side for that, and that's when it comes down to red side trying to figure out what priority pick you want, and then banning it in the first phase.
So damn, this draft is really Omega brain then.
Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of people will just straight up dodge. If like the draft is bad, like they see a bad comp and versus the opponent's comp, and they're just like, well, I'm dodging because it's not fun. Like I know this is gonna be a loss. Like if we want to win this, it's gonna be a hell of a fight doing it.
I see. Okay, they're not in there yet. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome to come in as well. Just at 0, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Oh, no one's joined the lobby yet.
Well, Denzel hasn't invited, or Juicy hasn't invited his team. It's
Gotcha.
trying to think. Juicy. Oh, sorry. I think I invited Tipster by accident.
That's fine though, right? I mean, he's in the game, right?
Is he?
Yeah, should
I forgot
be.
who's on,
Yeah.
I forgot the team players. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, LTP. It's Cam, Tipster, Shifter, Lucas, and Vinny.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'll invite who I have. Let's see. Juicy's in the game. Lucas, Shifter, Tipster, Poppy, Vinny.
Wait, he's in game right now? Juicy?
No.
Oh no, he's in the game. Okay, got it. Never mind. I'm gonna say I'm about to give that team a ban penalty. if they started a solo queue game like before that, I'm like, my god.
God,
okay.
I've never made that mistake, and I never planned it. There was a lot of time in ESL tournaments where we would try to catch the opponent lacking, and so if they showed up like I'd say 5-10 minutes late, we'd just call the judge and be like, hey, can you forfeit them? They're not here.
Oh.
I mean, hey, a free win's a free win.
Yeah, I think some tournaments are a bit nicer or like less draconian. They'll be like, it's just ban penalty. Like if they're 5-10, if they're like 30 minutes late, it's a loss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lord Jesus.
God damn. Take my money. Thank you. I shall take it. And technically speaking, it's your money because you're paying for Amazon Prime.
Someone subbed?
Well, I haven't seen an update yet, but I'm assuming he primed, which takes a little bit to update.
That's awesome though. Nice. Always take Amazon's money. Fuck Jeff Bezos. Wait, can I say that on stream? Can I say fuck Jeff Bezos? Will I get you banned? Okay.
No. As long as it's not racial, derogatory, or threatening someone's life, should be alright. Plus, Twitch really doesn't care about smaller streamers.
Okay, looks like everyone is in. I'm going to post the links. Everyone is in. Post. Uh, blue side. Spec.
Oh yeah, that's right. I need to make a new window. Copy that last link. Let's see, did that work as well as I thought that did? Ah, there we go. And then I switch windows. There we go. Not scuffed at all.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I thought Tips just said waiting on a woman, and I'm like, what? There it is. There's the sub.
Uh,
Here's the thing.
oh, wait.
Mhm.
I don't see the check marks yet. Are they ready? Oh no. Ham, save me. All right, if they're ready, let's get started.
All right. Let's see. Let's look at
All
draft.
right.
It is okay. It
Danny,
is
are you able to stream the spectator link, maybe?
Yeah, I have it open. Oh, well, I don't have it on Discord, but
Oh, okay. I got you. I see.
it. Let me know if it updates because it doesn't say like they're ready. Are they banning?
I don't think so. Mine is also X, 2X.
I'll
What you
reload
see
it.
is what you get. If no one has, one of them has to start it.
Mm-hmm.
Need it. I don't think they've read it up.
Yeah, it says waiting up there at the top.
Okay.
Yep.
It'll start doing countdowns when they start it. But we have to tell them they're ready when we're ready for them to start.
Yeah.
you're
Yeah. Go ahead and
ready
write.
for
Go ahead and write in the league chat. We're good to go. They're good to go.
If I donate $10, will Cams support int? Maybe. I mean, Tipster would fucking int just for the fun of it. Never mind. Tipster answered the question before I could even finish.
All right. LTP is readied up.
All right. So, we have seen every team fight. How do you guys think these guys are going to fare?
So this is
Well-
interesting because we have two of the highest ranked players against each other, not in the same lane, but yeah, we have essentially we have a master player and a actual and like a masters MMR player against each other. So that's interesting.
Mhm.
Denzel versus Shifter is what I'm looking forward to. Denzel plays control mages for the most part, and the Shifter plays assassins. And as a control mage player, I'll tell you that I hate playing against assassins. So I'm curious to see how Denzel lanes against a very good assassin player like Shifter Williams.
So, as the craziest thing, I unironically think Shifter's going to play control mages. Because
Oh,
I do not think he's gonna pick Cat. I mean, for fairness, I don't think they're gonna let Cat go through. I think they're gonna ban Cat. I think they're gonna probably ban Gerson's Darius. Like, they have to respect
Yeah.
Gerson because if he runs top lane, he will run the game.
but definitely like that one game with Darius like running people down like animals. Yeah, that was a. Let's see here. Ours is bugged.
I'll reload this thing. No, still 1 out of 2
No,
check marks.
No, it's bugged for them, so I have to here. I'm gonna go ahead recopy the link, and I'll send it.
These are some confusing names to go by the way. LPC and LTP.
Yeah. No, I know. We're just gonna say.
Oh boy.
We're just gonna. I don't know how do we do that. Let's see. We'll just we'll let Poppy cook, and then we'll just call him Poppy Cook or Poppy, and then Pislo. Poppy versus Pislo. That's the thing. Poppy
Yeah.
versus Pislo.
Popley. Yep. Or as I call it, Poopy and Pislo. Yeah.
Poopy Williams
Yeah.
versus Pislo Williams.
Exactly. Here, if the link's not working for them, then I'll remake it. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I'm remaking links.
I've been Cassante.
Draft mode.
I've been
So
Graves.
blue side is let Poopy cook.
Mm-hmm.
Red side is LTP. 60 seconds. Start. Okay. So I'm remaking links. Blue.
My apologies.
Red. No worries. Red. Spectator. Okay.
Oh, I think I fucked up. Yeah, put the double spectator in. There we go.
Okay, so the new link had it. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, it looks like they've started
Yeah.
banning. Okay.
Let's
All
see what
right,
they're in.
let's see.
So again,
First-
I full-heartedly believe it's out there's
A Katarina, yep. El Catarina.
All right, will they respond with a Darius ban? There it is.
There it is.
All right.
Literally as I said it. Well played. They understand.
You're a prophet, Nini.
All right,
Now,
so
do they ban Lissandra?
oh,
Yep.
there it is.
Yeah.
Zed
And of
ban
course
too.
Zed.
They're respecting it.
That's for Franklin.
No, it's Denzel. Denzel.
Or Denzel, excuse
yeah.
me. That's what I meant.
Denzel Williams. It's funny because he plays a bunch of control mages and he plays Zed. It's really
So
interesting.
these bans for the audience, these are basically expected for these teams. Now, for ban 3, there's going to be a little bit interesting because there's not a whole lot of there's not a lot of priority outside of those champs, so you can kind of argue over what you want to ban next, and they choose
Nunu.
Rakan.
Rakan. They're going for okay, new to interest, but the Rakan is really targeted to Tipster. He had an amazing performance as Rakan in this first game. That does mean that his Tariq Abdul-Jabbar is open.
Tariq Abdul-Jabbar. Lux.
Lux
well.
on the first pick. Interesting.
I think I like
Huh.
that. You know, that's actually a pretty good pick. I would say Poppy's been spamming a lot of Lux in solo queue. Okay, so I mean, this could honestly go very positive for blue team. All right.
Definitely. It could also be a flex pick as well. Could be a Lux mid. There's a
There's Tariq.
Tariq Abdul-Jabbar.
Ooh, that's
Where's
a
the Lucian?
big
If
one.
you don't pick Lucian first rotation, they're gonna either take it or ban it.
This Tarek is a problem. Let me just tell you.
Vayne.
The Vayne, I knew it. I knew that the Cameroon was going to go for Vayne.
I
Cam
can't.
loves his Vayne.
I can't. I hate to say it, but like Cam might be trolling with that pick.
He did very well, though, in the first series when he played Vayne.
No, he did. But like when you pick something like Tarek, you want some high damage early game, and Vayne just lacks that. So it's like you have all this kill setup presence and literally nobody to follow up on it. Without, at least not without your jungler.
That is true. That is fair. It could also be the situation where they're trying to go for a team comp centered around Tarek's ultimate, and then Vayne is just like someone that they're kind of sacking lane to scale up for that sort of team fight.
That's possible too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lux Kaisa is another aggressive lane. I haven't personally seen Lux Kaisa do really well together because it's a short range AD carry with a long range support. Like the poke is there, but like, you know, Kaisa goes a little bit too close, Kaisa dies, and Lux is gonna be in range to save him.
Wonder what this third pick's gonna be.
I'm expecting a
Ooh,
mid lane
this
pick
is-
here. Like they're probably gonna match
Yeah.
mid laners. Either they're gonna match mid laners or they're gonna match junglers because they banned Franklin's Nunu. Which, by the way, or Franklin is a Nunu player.
Oh, okay. Actually, I haven't seen this champ. Okay, there's the Maokai pick. I bet that's Maokai jungle. Usually Gerson doesn't play straight tanks like that top lane, unless it's like Ornn or like Scion or something like that. But I could be wrong. Maybe they're busting out the Maokai top.
So are they going to match jungle here, or are they going to pick another priority pick? Because, I mean, they have a pretty strong scaling bot laner. They could go for a counter pick on the jungle to give them a better prio.
Yeah, I mean that could also be a Maokai jungle. That's a flex pick for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. As a flex pick, and I think it's more likely in the jungle though.
14 seconds. What will they pick? I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of curious because from what I know of Lucas's champion pool, it's not the greatest. They're gonna pick Syndra.
Okay, Syndra. All right,
Okay.
the Syndra is locked in for Shifter Williams in the mid lane.
Denzel
All
counter
right.
pick.
They're probably going to ban Vel'Koz or at least one of Denzel's good champions. I think Vel'Koz in general can do well against Syndra. He outranges her for the most part. As long as he doesn't get caught by that stun, it's very it's pretty free lane for him. So okay, a LeBlanc ban. Does Denzel play LeBlanc as well?
Yeah. He does play LeBlanc, but he's got like, from what he told me, he's got like no hands on it, where like he'll either pop off or he'll just do absolutely nothing.
Gotcha. So it looks like they're going to target their bans then. A top lane and Yungel.
Personally, I'd honestly ban another Gershon top laner.
I'd ban top. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd burn it. I'd
me.
like, as much as I respect like
Mundo, yeah, that's what I was
man.
actually. Yeah, I was gonna say Mundo is a good ban against Lucas. Lucas popped off in Mundo on both games. Like he was irrelevant early, but scaled up to be a monster in the late game. I think it's a solid ban.
Yeah, I
for
agree.
sure.
I would like to also see. Let's see. We got Lucas's. I'm trying to think, because, like, based off the last games that they played, right? Like, let Poppy cook. Their bot lane and their jungle has been picked. Ooh, Vel'Koz. I was going to say,
Yeah,
I wonder if they were
okay.
going to ban Vel'Koz next. So it looks like they're trying to squeeze out the high elo players, or high elo player on let Poppy cook.
Yeah, they're kind of ignoring. They're saying that set's not a problem. Go ahead, pick it. We've got something to cook into it. So, I'm interested to see if they do just if for example, kind of one of the big parts of having bans is being able to
Mordekaiser.
perform.
Ooh.
And there's the
is
Mordekaiser
no-
ban targeted to Vinny. All right.
So they might
That-
be. They
That's
might be wanting
respect
to
from
pick set.
Gerson. Which is fair because if Mordekaiser can just press R on Gerson and take him out of the fight, I mean that's like a gigantic concern for their team.
Mhm.
Right.
that
Not to
Poppy
mention,
cook.
if Juicy J becomes strong on Kaisa, yeah, also you can. Although Kaisa can build QSS fairly easily, to be fair.
Yeah, but you got to pay the tax.
Gotta pay the tax.
So if you do get fed, that's a chunk of gold that just like gets drained out of you for absolutely no well, just by happenstance of existing.
Yeah. Honestly, though, remember the Lee
Ooh,
Sin
Lee
and
Sin.
Lucas
Okay.
on Lee Sin. Is
Man,
this
I'm ready for this.
I'm sorry, but
I'm so
I
excited.
don't have high hopes for that one.
I'm excited to see either way. You know,
I'm excited to see it, but I'm airing in the ballpark of this is not gonna go well.
You know what's funny? So me and Lucas were having a discussion the other day about like J4 versus Lee Sin, and Lucas is just like, I think Lee Sin's better in every way, and I'm just like, no. Right now J4 is objectively better in every way. He has a 5% higher win rate with the same pick rate. I think J4 is just a better champion right now.
Ooh,
Aatrox in the
Aatrox.
top lane though.
Yeah, no, I'd like Lee Sin versus Jarvan, like 100% you're gonna go Jarvan. Jarvan's tankier.
Aurelion Soul. All right, man. Where's
Denzel.
Jack right now?
Denzel, you're cringe. Denzel, whenever you watch this VOD, you're cringe, bro.
And where is dude? Jack is probably
Jack
crying.
is in chat.
He's friend. Oh, he's in chat. Oh
Yeah, he's
no,
in chat, sad.
get in chat said.
poor guy.
Poor guy. You know, honestly, Jaquez, I got the diamond on my last promo game. I played ASOL bot lane. It was a good time. Oh, you did? Yeah. I griefed laning phase, but it was fun. Really?
Let's see what this last pick for
Damn.
top lane on Finian. Let's
Yeah.
see what he's gonna go ahead and pick.
I'm expecting a Fiora pick.
Yeah, that would make the most sense to me as well.
Either
Or
a Fiora pick
Camille.
or a Lowy.
Camille.
Oh, Camille
Oh,
could be
Lowy.
good into Aatrox.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm expecting one of the Vinny champs.
I want like an early game
But
aggressive.
Fiora seems like the biggest.
Oh.
Oh,
Looks like they missed their pick. Okay.
it's still going. It finished.
uh,
Karma
oh,
top lane.
Karma.
Okay, that's
Karma.
that's probably an intentional pick.
Yeah,
yeah,
makes
Karma's
sense.
not that bad either.
I will say, I'm willing to give a little grace period for draft, but I think if it goes beyond 3 seconds, that's like a ban penalty for the next game or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tipster's like, there's a search function? SMH, Tipster, SMH. All right, so we saw the draft.
All right. Well, before
yeah.
we've got 3 minutes to talk about it before their game starts, right?
Now I'm going to put up a
We can
prediction
go
right
ahead
now.
and pull that stream up,
Yep.
right? But let's talk about the draft, man. Let's see what we got going on. So we've got Karma Aatrox top lane. Karma is actually quite a neutralizer, and Vinny does play it to the most cringe level, which is a pretty good level. And honestly, when you're playing against someone like Gerson, yeah, if you can neutralize his lane, that's a really good thing, I think. What are we thinking? Let's see, jungle matchup. Lee Sin and Maokai. I'll be honest with you, I think Maokai has more presence than Lee Sin does as far as map and objective control with the saplings, depending on if he goes tank or AP.
Mhm.
But the Lee Sin does have a lot of agency early game with the ward hop, the Q. Like, he's got a lot of agency to be able to try and pull some stuff off. So I'm looking for aggression from Lucas this game. He has to have some early game presence, or else this pick is the wrong pick, right? So I want to see it. I want to see the early game aggression coming from him, and I want to see Maokai showing up with his team, taking his time, and showing up for the objectives with the saplings and blocking off Lee Sin as much as he can, or the team. What do we feel about mid lane?
Mid lane,
say,
Syndra's definitely favored in the early game.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I was gonna
Not
say
even
overall,
close.
like if this game goes past 30 minutes, I do think that Let Poppy Cook will win just by happenstance of having an Asol and Maokai saplings throughout the amount of vision that you get from just having a Maokai in the late game literally makes it so much easier for your support to ward, because it's like you don't even have to ward, you could just throw a sapling and it stays there for like easily 45 seconds, right? Like it is ridiculously long on how much vision you get. So it's like Poppy might not be the best support player, but you have these champions that can circumvent those weaknesses that make your late game even just that much better. The only thing I will say is that, technically speaking, Tipster's Taric and Cam's Vayne late game would be a devastating duo to deal with. But Asol in the game, I mean, I don't know, man. My bets are on the Asol.
I feel you on that. I will say that Vayne has a lot of peel with their team comp. They got Lee Sin kick, they got Tariq, Abdul Jabbar, Karma, and Syndra knockback and stuff. She has a lot of peel. So like, if they don't fight properly, if they take bad fights, Vayne can easily just get free DPS. And so that is one thing that I think is definitely in LTP's favor right now.
Oh, I wholeheartily agree. It's honestly gonna be an interesting, like, laning phase is gonna be the biggest thing, right? If they play it neutral, I think that Cam's team, or sorry, Juicy's team can come out on top. But if laning phase goes awry, and Tipster and Cam, for example, right, in bot lane, even though that is a safe farming lane, they are very aggressive. Like, they are not afraid of taking these like dives like level 6 or even just like a level 3 all-in engage against Kai'Sa, because Kai'Sa is a extremely low AD carry, but loves like extended trades.
Right, exactly. What is Kai'Sa's range? Is it 500 or 525?
It's 550, but her overall ability, you want to be close to your opponent. Like,
right,
you can't you have to stand still to W, which means you can't move. You can move with Q, and that's like your good poke or harass tool. But overall, like, you're a very low range AD carry. You're always getting up in someone's face. You have two abilities that force you to either stand still or not auto attack. So it makes it very hard for you to like consistently position and get damage out, similar to how Vayne could just auto you to death with W.
Yeah, no, for sure. There was a question I had about Syndra. Okay, so Syndra is level 16. Is also really strong now, right? They buffed her late game significantly. I think Aurelion Sol will still outdamage her by a long shot, especially in the AOE. But like, that execute could be huge. Like, executing a tank or an Aatrox suddenly, like out of nowhere, that could be huge. So I think Syndra's late game is definitely better than it was before. Like I said last time, though, I think she's actually, as contrary to popular or like the counterintuitively, she's actually not a great team fighter. She's more of just a like catching people out or in a bad spot, kind of as a skirmisher mage. I think that in the team fight, Aurelion Sol will definitely be doing a lot more work, in my opinion.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, like, and you also got to think too, like, Shifter and Denzel know each other fairly well. Like there's a lot of history between the two, so they both know each other's weaknesses and their strengths in laning phase, and they're both mid laners. So it's like they've had a lot of time to understand how one plays versus the other. So Elo kind of gets put on the same playing field to an extent when they're playing comfort picks. Now I'm not quite sure how well Denzel is with ASOL, but if he picked it, I'm confident that he would be, comfortable with it. So I feel like it's going to be a really close matchup in the mid lane.
Yeah.
I'm also curious to see how Vinny's Karma pairs up against Gerson's fucking Aatrox. Because you know it's gonna be tank Karma. You know it's gonna be this stupid, annoying ass fucking build. Like,
yeah.
like
exactly.
listen, I don't want to be the guy that has to fight that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. Exactly. It's like some annoying cheesy shit, and like Aatrox, they're gonna struggle a little bit to close the distance and do damage to Karma. That's for sure. Although I'm sure Gerson's used to the top lane, getting cheesed left and right in the top lane by now.
I hope so, because I sure as fuck wouldn't. I'm used to it in bot lane, but top lane's like a whole different other story. I feel like.
Yeah, I think that we all know that Gerson's a really good player, but he plays a lot of standard, like top lane games, and a lot of people play the Karma, but if anyone's going to know how to pull out something against this guy, against the Karma tank top, it's going to be Gerson, I would say. I will say he did obviously, I think did he blind the Aatrox now that I'm thinking about it? I don't
Yeah,
think he did.
Karma was last pick.
Yes.
Okay, Karma was last pick. So, I mean, you're not going to get that kind of a counter pick every game. And where you have to blind with Aatrox, but I have to think that Gerson knows that that Karma is in Vinny's kit and in his wheelhouse, so I gotta know how he does into it.
One more point, Nini. You actually on the money with giving their top laner last pick for the counter pick advantage against Gerson. Like you were mentioning how your team you wanted Dom to have the last pick just that counter pick to make the lane a little bit more even. Looks like LTP did the exact same mentality there. So
they
you
probably
guys
watched our VODs because that was like, if you notice it, that was our graphic. We knew Gerson was probably gonna, like, after that first game, we knew Gerson was just gonna run over top lane. Like, we believe in Jom to like neutral out the lane if he could like get a good matchup, but like we did not want Gerson on a winning matchup because that would make life hell for literally everybody.
It's funny because I was talking to John IRL. I see him every week, right? Mm-hmm. And I was talking to him. He's like super hard focused now on getting top lane, like more top lane coaching and stuff and like experience. He's like, man, I really want to be able to contest Gerson well. He's really hard focused.
Ooh, so we're looking. Lucas
getting caught out here.
Lucas.
Lucas,
what are you doing?
Lucas took Q level. He didn't even take an ability.
No.
Oh my god, that's
what you really don't want to see when you're playing Karma top. You just don't want to see that first blood going over to Gerson, because if you're on Pot Let Poopy Cook, this is exactly what you want to see in the early game. You see in a Karma, you need to get your Aatrox a kill as fast as possible.
Yep. Now the laning phase. Oh, double longsword start. That is just that is unfortunate.
What do you think that's going into? You think that's going into an Eclipse angle?
Honestly, I'm thinking it's a Black Cleaver first.
Okay.
I've been seeing a lot of top laners rush Black Cleaver first lately.
It's a good item.
Look at Tarek and Bane's positioning real quick.
Oh,
do you see what they're doing? Can you bring it over to the corner? Yeah. They're looking to see if they can get the cheese. It looks like.
How is this gonna play? So they have the ward.
Oh my goodness!
Red team doesn't have a ward on it at all.
Okay,
never mind.
They weren't looking
scouting
for it, but they definitely wanted to see where they started. It's interesting too. It's like I fully expected Cam to want to like immediately push the wave, because the sooner they get to level 2, right? Because this is the dynamic of bot lanes, right? Yep. You don't want your melee support to be down levels. Like melee support versus range support, it's all about hitting level 3 before your range support so you can all in them. Because melee champions are generally tankier, but they have no mobility or skills, so they tend to have better abilities, right? So like better stuns, but they lack the range to use it, or they lack levels to use it.
Hipster right there was looking for an engage, but I think if he had like Lucian, he might have even gone for the flash stun there. But yeah, like with Vayne, maybe not enough early game damage to warrant that sort of play. But they had that level 2. Tipster was definitely looking for that stun if you can get the catch. Looks like they finally caught up hit level 2 as well.
Oh, Denzel taking a lot of poke
yeah.
from Shifter.
Denzel's getting a little bit chunked out here. He went okay, so he went Arcane Comet. Okay, I thought First Strike was the standard on Aurelian's pool, but maybe he's
See, that's what I
looking to
thought
get.
too. It might be just kind of poke and contest the early game damage from Shifter, or sorry, Syndra, because
Yeah, makes sense.
Syndra's a very strong early game champion, early to mid, and so you
Definitely.
want something to kind of get her off your ass.
Yeah.
Looking
Good
at
help from
CS,
Pop in there.
it's about even. Aatrox being down about 6 CS top lane, but he does have a fat wave pushing in. There's a
Exactly.
lot of fighting bot lane. Ooh, Cam with
Ooh.
the dodge. Poppy
And there's the
overextending.
stun.
There's the
Uh-oh.
Flash auto.
Wait.
Exhaust. Will it be enough?
That's-
Can Juicy
but
get a
that-
kill? It's not enough.
Wait.
Tipster flashing in.
Wait. Okay, well, Juicy
Wait.
will get a.
No shot.
Nope, this execute.
Oh, he got it. He got it. Okay,
Lucas
but
comes in for the cleanup though.
why did Juicy delay his flash so much? He could have. That's what I'm wondering. He could have flashed over immediately and then gone for the auto attack on Cam if he really wanted to.
Shifter with some BM. Yeah, no, honestly, I don't know. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, though, right? Like, Kai'Sa's such a low range. Oh, Franklin walking into lane and not seeing like
That's
he wants to find anything.
that's very
Denzel,
scary.
it's super low. I'm fighting top lane. Ooh, karma healing.
Yeah.
Karma got low.
Oh,
Kind
mid
of
lane.
interesting.
That's a dot.
Oh,
That is
Lucas
a kill
comes
for
in.
Ooh, that's the Lee
Lucas.
Sin. That's the early aggression. He came in. He showed up. It may have been cleanups, but he was there.
Looks like Gerson really. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Rest in peace, Vinny.
Oh,
Vinny's not dead?
did
He
he
got the
live?
shield.
He lived. He flashed. Okay, I hate the directed camera sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Vinny ended up flashing.
It looks like he's getting ganked though. So we go back to
Double
top lane
click on
real
their
quick.
portrait. It'll stay
Alright.
on him.
Looks like he's getting
Oh, no.
ganked right now by Maokai Williams.
Oh, he's trying to give the kill to Gershon. Oh,
Yeah,
let's go.
another
That's
set of
cool.
gold to
You love to
Gershon.
see it. Franklin's doing really well already. Good swap
Oh.
out from the jungler.
I'm telling you.
We like to see that.
I was just about to talk about like this is the reason why I don't like Kai'Sa into certain matchups because like, she's a low range AD carry. She had to face tank Taric to deal any kind of damage, and Taric gets his cooldowns reset every time he uses his passive. So he would just Q auto, and then get his evac, and he actually almost 1v1 Juicy.
Uh-oh,
was
looks like Poppy's
insane.
getting caught out here again with a stun. I wonder she'll be
glacial.
okay. Just took some damage, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's very scrappy.
Kind of makes you wonder if Cam had stuck around. Is it possible that he'd have gotten the kill on Juicy? Who knows?
He might have.
Ooh, I think Gerson with 2 Qs, but he still had a
Gershon
good trade there.
overextending. Did Gershon back and buy? He didn't, so he's currently
No.
down on items.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna be fine. Yeah.
He does have TP.
How's mid lane items looking like real quick? Can you hold tab? Let me
Yeah.
take a look. Okay, it looks like so Syndra has her lost chapter finished. Yeah, that's why she's destroying trades right now. Got some poke down on Tariq. Not gonna be able to do that much. He just heals way. He's really tanky.
Oh my god, dude!
Walking right up.
Maokai was just bot lane, and they were walking up aggressive. Why didn't they turn it around? I feel like they could have been like, "Hey, Maokai, they're coming. Let's fight," and then you'll like clean up.
And now it looks like Syndra is warding their jungle. Lucas is taking Maokai's jungle and top side as well.
Mhm.
Gerson came back with the Warhammer, Call of Fields Warhammer.
Caulfields and Lucian
And-
boots.
Yep, and it looks
So-
like Karma went for that Sheen. That's is that building into the Iceborne Gauntlet or the
Most
Frostfire
likely.
Yeah,
Gauntlet?
Iceborne.
Yeah.
For sure.
Looks like
Really
Lucas is
annoying,
hovering
though.
around.
Lucas is trying to contest this. This is a bit aggressive from Lucas. I'm not gonna lie.
But he has mid prio right now. Syndra's rotating too, but yeah, they didn't land that Q. Decided not to continue chasing.
They're probably They're probably trying to like stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
Because it definitely does seem like, I mean, they're only down 800 gold, but like when you see like where the kills are on people, right? Like 2-0 on Aatrox, 2-1 on Lee Sin, 1 on Vayne. Like it doesn't seem like much, but like mentally you're like, oh my god, those champions have already like been lifted off the ground. Like we gotta be careful.
Right. And now it looks like mid lane is rotating over to
Dragon.
Oh, we got
No,
another
he's reporting.
engage. Uh-oh, and
Cool.
Karma has no flash. Oh, he didn't go for the full commit. Okay, fair enough.
That's some good harass by Oh.
Oh, it-
You pissed Gersten off. Oh, he missed the
Oh,
final.
no! Wait. Oh, no.
It's so close. Wait, no.
Wait.
Wait. Oh, it's so back and forth.
Looks like Syndra's running up the river. Vinny misses the empowered Q, and Syndra's coming around the side. She's going for the dive. We have Aurelion Soul coming from the backup. I don't think it's going to be fast. He's there fast enough. This is not looking good for
rest in
Gerson
peace.
Williams.
Oh.
He dodges the E.
Nope, he's
That's
dead.
a flash R, the FR outplay by Shifter, and for the 400 gold kill. But blue side does get the dragon off of this.
It's a good trade.
Not a bad exchange. Chemtech. Chemtech's really good on Aatrox, especially.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's take a quick look at press the O key for me. I want to see some of the CS numbers. So right now the junglers are relatively even in farm. They're both coming up on their first upgrade to Smite pretty soon. I'm kind of curious as to what Lucas is looking to do here because they are on opposite sides of the map.
Yep.
There's an objective up on one side and not the other. They're trading blue buffs right now. It looks like red team knows that Maokai's in their jungle and they're trying to collapse and see what happens.
Maokai cannot kill this
There's
fast.
the condemn.
Oh,
Glacial Augment coming out.
Oh, there it is.
Forced to flash.
Okay, so he defends it while Lee Sin's getting it.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Good little knock
Oh,
up there.
but will it be enough?
Oh, he's
oh,
gonna commit.
it's enough. Victor
That's
gets
enough.
the trade kill. Let's go.
Trying to go
3-1 on this
Syndra.
Aatrox.
You come into my lane, you kill me.
Shifter up
for a
30
gank on
CS
mid.
on her. Uh-oh,
Oh.
that is good flash by Denzel. Critical that he did that.
Wow.
Yeah,
You gotta
Syndra
put
is
some
such
respect,
a bully.
you know. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'll say it. I mean, Lucas's Lee Sin, you know, kind of pulling through this game so far, you know.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
if you notice, a lot of what he's been doing is closing up at the end of plays, not necessarily being the playmaker.
You see full committing on the cam there. Looks like Poppy missed the ulti though. I think that ulti would have been crucial for the kill. Really close though, forcing Cam out of lane. It was a good engage. It was definitely a good decision by Juicy. Vayne was caught out. He had exhaust up. Yeah. Tipster's in mid lane for right now. Aurelian's
Tipster doing the 15-minute to 20-minute. Oh, it's only 10 minutes. Never mind. What the fuck you doing? Get the fuck back, girl. You're grounded. I was gonna say, dude, it's a classic Tipster 15-minute roam.
Looks like they're just gonna go ahead. Oh, is that a good gank on Karma Williams? Oh, and they're forcing a flash.
And
Looks
that's
like
gonna
he's
be a
just
kill
gonna
to
die here.
Denzel.
Yep. That is a Q on Lee Sin. That is a good flash by
Poppy
Poppy.
hits
Oh, the catch!
Ooh!
That is a shutdown given
Poppy
to
Williams.
Poopy Williams. Well done. Good catch there. I don't even. You know what, Juicy? Be grateful that she got the kill.
100% Juicy said something about him not getting the kill.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, Franklin's looking for Shifter.
That
Denzel's
is a
coming in.
pick.
They have the E.
Oh!
Here comes the misses.
And she, yeah.
Oh, but
That
it's
is a kill. No flash on Syndra. I think Maokai might have actually broken the Syndra R. That's what I'm guessing happened. Yeah, because some of the balls didn't fully connect. If you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
Stop. We don't have Vinny in this shoutcasting cult. Lucas.
What is Lucas doing?
Lucas is trying to take a 2v1 right now. Vinny's a little late to the response. Here comes Denzel.
He almost killed Franklin though, but it was a bad play.
Yeah.
Oh, Denzel's gonna chase down Vinny now because Ace ult things. Oh, never mind. It's okay.
What happened to? So wait, how was Lucas's ultimate not enough to kill Maokai? Did Maokai outplay it again with the root?
No, the
If so,
problem
then
is
Franklin's-
the problem is that Lee Sin used Q to gap close instead of getting the RQQ combo.
Right,
so usually
right.
you need to get the execute on your Q by pressing the R first and then Q2ing to get the execute damage, and that probably would have killed if he had done it in a slightly different sequence.
Oh,
Ace ult
Gerson.
currently sitting on 93 souls as well. Or sorry, 93 Stardust. For 12 minutes, that's not bad, but he's also been behind the entire game, so Fair enough.
And it looks like they lane swap now. Aatrox up against Syndra, and Aurelion Sol went top lane. I'm not sure if they're going to maintain that lane swap, but
it might be better. It's
cheeky
probably
interrupt.
beneficial for Denzel to go top because he's into a less like kill aggressive lane. He can actually walk up and farm without actually dying for it.
Exactly.
Without overextending.
Gerson's really just like saying, I'm gonna disrespect Syndra. I don't care. Oh, he's getting a little bit low though, and Syndra does have R up. He's got to be a little bit careful here.
Tipster taking an ISO Q from Kaisa and literally just walking it off like nothing ever
Oh
happened.
no! Good job on Gerson doing that little hippity hop out of the way in time. He's really playing with fire here.
Shifter almost has ulti. This could be a flash Q angle or flash Q ult angle. Ooh, Lucas is sitting mid lane too. Oh, but Franklin's gonna respond mid.
There's a flash by Shifter. Yep.
Oh, Ace on top. Oh,
there's the empowered. The skies descend. Wait.
No.
Where was that Q going?
Maybe he thought he'd run down the river, Lucas taking a 1v1 in the jungle. Gershon is in the area to help, but he is low. Meanwhile, bot lane is also scrapping. God damn. You guys just never know when not to fight without each other. There's always some side of the map that's just taking some kind of fight, I swear.
On Jod.
Let's take a quick peek at them items.
Yep.
All
right, we got with that Luden's finish
interesting.
on
Vane's going the Essence Reaver build. Not sure if that's going to be good or not, but hey.
Into their team comp, I just want to say it now. I know Lucas has been trying to pull up numbers to justify it, but this is not the game to be building it. You have Aurelion Sol, who naturally gets tanky with his build. You have Maokai. You have fucking Aatrox. Like, these are not threats that Essence Reaver Vayne is going to be able to kill.
Denzel tried to get a kill on Karma there with his flash Q. Well, actually, he got the Q, but not enough damage. Those Aurelion Sol nerfs kicking in.
Oh, Shifter looking a little out of position here.
Shifter has no flash here, but it is a 2v1.
Lucas comes in for the save.
That's some happy feet coming in from Shifter.
Another dragon going to blue side. That is a rock. Ooh, a catch on Franklin.
Just mid though.
Denzel, I'm sorry, Shifter did not full commit with an R there, which is totally fine, all things considered. Looks like, okay, so Ludens and Sword Shoes on Syndra. Very, very scary right now for any of those squishy targets.
Juicy steps 1 foot out of line and he's probably going to be toast.
Yeah.
And there's not really anything on the team to save him besides maybe Maokai Ultimate, but because he has Radiant Virtue.
Yeah.
So, actually, I want to look at gold. So, bot lane, it's relatively even. Top lane, Gerson is 1,500 gold on Vinny. Let's see, and then jungle, Shifter.
Sky is descend.
Oh
my god.
Oh my goodness. That's an ASOL diff right there if I've ever seen it. Just champs better.
What do we call it, Nini? God's left. What was it again?
God's left nut, bro. When ASOL comes running in with the fucking skies are darkening with God's left nut.
You got the Herald coming in top.
Ooh,
and we
the
got a dive coming in
lane.
bot at
There's
the
a TP.
same time.
There's a Taric immunity, and we have a TP
ASOL's coming in. This is not looking good.
Oh my goodness.
Denzel went from 0-1 to 5-1. Oh my lord, this dragon is untouchable.
Looks like Tariq Abdul-Jabbar alone at the tower. I think maybe the two of them might be able to pull this, get this tower down. Yeah, it's at 1/4 HP. Gerson already has that top tower.
So,
Yep, that is bot tower taken.
going on the 16-minute mark, ASOL is currently at 145 souls. Oh fuck, I forgot the music's still playing.
Ooh, good use of that blast cone. How's Lucas doing now compared to Maokai? They're at the same level. So let's see what the gold's looking like.
He's up in farm, but he's died, and Maokai hasn't. So
Yeah.
So it's pretty even overall. Okay.
yeah, relatively even. About a kill's worth of gold difference.
But Maokai's just
under.
going to be way more relevant because, like, Lee Sin, if he doesn't get Snowball early, is not nearly as relevant as someone like Maokai. Just
What's he
tank
building?
Forever.
Let's see what
let's see.
Lee Sin's
So
building.
it looks like he went Gourd
Ooh, yeah,
Drinker. His
Gourd
next item
Drinker,
is probably
yeah.
gonna be Black Cleaver or I mean, honestly, I would say Hex Drinker second item. Like just the fact that it's like Asol is super fed. Like I would just straight up go Hex Drinker into Death Dance. Oh, Poppy caught out and then Poppy is
Williams,
dead.
that is a kill to Shifter. Oh wait, what is Juicy doing? He tried to go
Juicy
for a
is trying to
fight
pick
there.
a fight with the wrong person.
Maybe he could have 1v1'd her there if it wasn't for if Tariq was also there. 'Cause she just burned her R, but yeah, with Tariq there, it would have been possible. Tipster Guadalupe Hidalgo Gonzalez Williams is quite the scary Tariq.
He is. He's quite a force to be reckoned with on that Tarek.
To be honest, I guess I would have loved to see.
Oh,
Lucian-
Lucas going in for
Oh,
Hey, that's an angle,
okay,
oh,
good.
It's not a good enough angle. Here comes
Yeah.
out the Maokai.
It forced out the flash from
Oh,
Kaisa,
Asol comes down. Tarek dies. Oh, Lucas
That is
will
a
follow
catch
suit.
on Lucas, and
But
yeah,
will
that
Shifter
is.
follow too? Will this be a triple kill for blue team?
Shifter has no flash. I think Gerson can get a catch here with it.
Oh, that's the
yeah,
W. That's
that
it.
is. Oh,
That's all
what a
she
six-
wrote.
That was
Oh,
a edge.
wait, but will
And he's
Cam
diving.
fall too?
No, they're going for it. They are just like, no, we're going
Oh
all
my
the way.
God.
Let Poopy cook is cooking up some shit on the rift tonight.
Honestly.
Sheesh.
Lord Jesus.
That's
That is a
some,
mid-tower.
that's a balanced champion we see right there, that Asol.
Brilliant Soul. Okay, well, let's see. I said he was at what, 145 stacks before? Now he's at 179.
And Shifter pinging that he is at 89 Splinters of Wrath on Syndra, which is that's pretty solid, isn't it? Like I
Yeah.
don't know if it's very well, but 89 should be it's a good
Well,
amount.
he had like 109 at like 12 minutes. The one game he was like super fed. So, it was pretty good. Well, Vinny's trying to contest the bear or the rift. Sorry.
Not even close, and okay, they're not going to bother chasing Vinny. Wait,
Vin-
but Gerson?
It's just Gerson Giga chatting.
I was
He
gonna
can't do
say,
anything
I
about
could just,
me.
I could just hear Gerson
I know
be
there's
like,
a
"Yeah,
pink.
that's right, Vinny. Get the fuck out of here."
What is this guy
Oh.
doing?
Oh,
an
the
attempted
condemned
dive by the-
anti-synergy.
And there's the root catching Vane Williams. Tipster's under tower.
Oh,
That's a bit of an aggressive play there.
I'm
I'm gonna say it. That might have been the tipster. I don't give a fuck. We're going in. Moment.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, I hate to say it. Oh, I forgot to shout out the $10 or sorry, the 2 peso donation to get Tipster to imp this game.
2 pesos. That's a catch on Gerson. Though shutdown going to go into.
fat
Oh,
shutdown.
Shutdown to Luke on the
no.
Lee Sin. I'm not
They
sure if
should
that's
have.
where you
They should
want it,
have
but
given. Yeah, they should have given that to Cam right there. But
Wrist Challenge was
alright.
dropped mid.
that
Oh,
is-
they're
ooh,
looking.
that's a catch on Crema. A
Denzel,
couple
what
of
are these
flashes going
cues?
out.
Oh, but the Asol ult. My lord.
Karma not going to be able to stand up to the Asol, but also what is the world is Karma doing there?
I don't know. I mean,
This is like a clown drag. Okay, we got the air dragon, Avatar: The Last Airbender going on here. Okay.
Hey,
very
listen,
nice.
don't diss that one fucking Korra arc, alright?
Ooh.
That homicide.
The more I watch Shifter play this Syndra,
Yeah, no, season 3 was amazing. Quarter season 3 was amazing.
Yeah, no, I loved it.
she's about to go down.
Oh, Tarek ult coming in. Can he save the day? Lucas is invulnerable.
Blue team
Cam comes
Franklin
in.
getting
Picks up
dragon.
Poppy. Asol looking really low.
Ooh, that's 1,000 gold to Vayne.
My lord.
That is a big shot. Okay, big gold turnaround there. Only 0.4 K gold difference. However, they did get that clown dragon. Blue side did get that clown dragon.
I'd hate to say it, but like, despite the difference in kills, they're actually up gold right now. Like, and if we look at the gold, right? Like, so Cam is literally up almost 2K on Juicy, right? Mid lane, Denzel has only 700 gold on Shifter. Jungle, Lucas is super ahead by like almost 2K, and then
Oh
top
my
lane
God,
is just a canyon.
Did you guys just see that disrespect, Gerson? Did he just stood still taking a few? He's like, yeah, hit me.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a big catch out
Gerson
there.
still has ult, or sorry, flash. Oh!
Oh,
The
Cameroon.
Gerson
reaction
flash
from Cameroon.
Cameroon. Oh, Lucas getting on a rampage now, picking up that
Lucas keeps
kill.
taking these kills, man. He's trolling.
We now have a 2K gold difference in Red Side's favor.
And they're down 6 kills.
However,
And dragons.
Denzel does have God's left nut. They got to be really careful.
God's left nut.
In the right situation, that can be the game breaker.
Oh, here comes out the Maokai ultimate. Doesn't catch anybody. Tarek and Karma. Nothing else too much.
He
though.
slows down the fight, keeps Karma caught out.
Victor is in base, so he can't back them
Sin's
up
still
there.
around. This is a 4v4.
Denzel chose
But
to
the
keep
Aatrox does
them
have
up.
teleport. No deep vision for them to teleport to and collapse on the fight. A lot of vision coming around this mid lane. We're seeing it coming around. Really looking at that choke zone for a place to try and pick somebody out. I mean, Tipster is a force to be reckoned with. So is Shifter on this Syndra. They just really know how to get the picks.
Zero, how high are you right now?
What does that have to do with anything?
I just heard something in your voice, and I just wanted to wanted to ask.
That's confidential information. I'll reveal that at the end of the stream.
It's just how you said it. I was like, this motherfucker blazing out of his mind right now, ain't he?
That's confidential information. You can
Confident.
neither confirm nor deny.
So what does Cameroon have on Vayne right now? What are his
So
items? Let's take a
currently, in
look.
terms of items,
Infinity
it's
Edge.
yeah.
Okay.
There was
Crit
some
Vayne.
math to be done. We found out Navori actually increases Vayne's true damage.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That might be a bug.
It might be a bug, but the damage, relatively speaking, the damage was negligible. Against a 3,000 HP target, the W would do 300, but with Navori in full build, it only did like 360. So it's like you're getting a little bit more out of it, but you're not getting a whole lot.
Right. Yeah.
So I still think that IE is better.
It looks like there's only 3 of them there, though. But Maokai is still posturing as if there's Kai'Sa was in the mid lane. Okay,
Oh,
fair
Shifter's
enough.
matching bot lane. This
Ooh,
is
that
is
the
a
4v4.
Maokai.
Tarek
God's
ultimate.
left
Oh,
nut.
Tarek died.
God's
They
left
both
nut.
died
Cat-
before the Tarek ulti. Dear
And-
Lord.
Poopy cooking with a shutdown on Vayne. They're gonna go right for that Baron right now. Baron.
Barry, the worm.
Zawarumo.
Zadawar. Dio Wormo. And his stand. Oh!
Oof.
That Q ability almost actually stole that. That was wild.
And now gold is back in favor for blue side. Up
But
half
albeit just a little.
K. Just a little, half a K. A little more.
Half a carrot.
Half a carat, yep. When is Soul Point? Let's see. Or yeah, when is Soul?
Yeah,
I
let me
should
hit
say.
the little button. So we got Soul Point in a minute.
Okay.
I'm trying not to keep it up because if I was talking about this last time. Since dragons and buffs and stuff go
Okay,
longer
gets
than
the rep
5.
A catch on
Oh, and
Lucas
Lucas is
there.
getting
Lucas, he's just
caught
gonna die. He is
He's
just
so
gonna die for
far
that.
out of position. There's no objective up at the moment. The Dragon's coming up, but the rest of his team is off clearing waves.
Oh yeah.
Just too deep.
Splinters update. We have 114 on Shifter at 24 minutes, and we have 270 stacks on ASOL.
Oh,
another
catch
fight
coming
coming
out
out. Oh,
in the
there
middle.
goes
Oh no, Cameroon.
Cameroon from Africa. That is quite unlucky, actually, because that, I mean, that's going to be inhibitor, honestly. That's 25 minutes of the game. This is not a bad time to take
Yeah.
it. Vinny's left on Gershon duty, is what I'll put it in very light terms.
Person
It's,
duty.
like, it's not a duty you're going to be able to do correctly, but, you know, you got to do it. Someone has to. Nobody
Someone
can match
has.
this guy.
Yeah, now blue team's gonna wrap around on Vinny
ASOL's
and dive
coming
in.
in. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Vinny.
Denzel picking up that kill.
And this is just looking like a slaughter at
Yeah.
this point in the game.
The difference in comps are really starting to show, if that makes sense, right? Like, because you could honestly say, like, oh, Vayne gets 6 items and it goes well here, but, like, let's be honest, like, what is IE SC2 gonna do into fucking, you know, Aatrox and Maokai? I mean, let alone
Yeah.
Aurelion Soul, like, you're not
Yeah,
gonna
and
be able to kill
there's
them fast
Soul.
enough.
And there's Soul now from the blue side as well. Poppy really cooking.
This Soul is actually gonna be so good for blue side because think of the ultis that they use. Kai'Sa ult, like Maokai
God,
ult,
yeah.
Aatrox ult, like you are
Aatrox,
gonna get
yeah.
ran down, and there is nothing you're gonna be able to do about it.
The movement speed, a crazy amount of movement speed synergy on their team. Yeah, freaking wild. Real quick, I'm making a poll now. I'm gonna post in the Gen chat. So that poll is gonna be for all of the viewers of the stream or whoever's in the server. You're gonna vote for the MVP after this game, basically. You guys get to decide, and then
MVP by game or by overall matches? Or, oh, wait, is this
by,
a
by
best
game.
of one?
No, it's best of 3. But we're doing it per game, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna tally like who wins the votes every single time, that sort of thing, and then like a system
Okay.
like that, and then we're also gonna do it amongst us 3 as well. So yeah, like a judge vote and a spectator vote sort of thing. So let's do okay.
Looking at CS as well, Cam and Juicy are pretty much on par. I mean, that's pretty well played by Juicy considering he doesn't play ADC that often. Lucas
What is Lucas
trying
doing?
to take an aggressive stance against Gerson. Listen, little man, you're trying to go up against God right now. Like, I don't think you want to do that.
Let's see what items Lee Sin has under his belt.
Currently,
that
he has
thought
Black
he could fight
Cleaver
there
and a
with.
Caulfield's, which
They're
again,
not bad items, but
not what he wants.
I
Right?
don't think there are many items you're going to be able to take into Aatrox and actually win.
That stance maybe, but oh, Lucas caught out again. Poppy, if he lived that, he would literally be right in range of Poppy's ult. It's a very good like ult placement by Poppy there.
Juicy just going right in. Gerson
all
following him.
coming
He's
in.
like I'm.
Oh,
That
shifting
is
flux is out of tipsters. Oh no!
That is a catch on Karma.
Oh my God, the
God's left
Aesol
nut.
ult! Holy shit! Truly, the God's left nut. An extinction level event, if there ever was one. And that would be game, or game.
Ooh. Game, and how high are you, good sir?
I'm actually like not high at all. And that's the worst part. Cam trying to 1v5 right now. Vein spotting. Oh, rest in peace, Cam.
Okay, well, turns out Aatrox had the flash.
Turns out.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I mean, that was an attempt made.
357 souls by 30 minutes. God damn. And that's game.
It's game 1.
Yep, that's game
Going
one.
over to let Poopy cook.
We gotta let
Poopy cook taking it, and the poll is in Gen Chat for who was MVP. And yeah, so whoever's watching the stream and they're in the server, please look at that poll, vote on it. Appreciate it very much. And then the 3 of us, let's talk about what we think. From my perspective, personally, I think the MVP of this game was definitely Franklin. I think he made so many good plays. It set up Aurelian Soul and also contributed the snowball for the top lane as well. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you look at Franklin's KP and you look at Asol's like KP, like even though he has 8 assists, but like 18 assists, 17 kills on Asol. Like single-handedly, that lane swap helped Asol get back in the game, and then he just started roaming and working off of Gerson. Like it was really good.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think for me, I definitely have to respect the Asol. I mean, there are a lot of champions you can slot in for Franklin, and he was showing up. But to be honest with you, I think that the Asol pulling out the roams he did, there's time he went top and killed Karma just by himself at a time in the game where you didn't even think he had scaled up quite yet. Obviously, Vinny didn't think that was going to happen. I mean, I think Asol is just an extremely powerful champion, and unlocking that champion is also really important, and that's exactly what I would say that the team did for him to some extent. Bot lane seemed to kind of neutralize, in the mid game towards the late, Tarek and Vayne getting a little too aggressive when they don't have their team around them, and then trying to pull off a tower dive in mid lane. So yeah, I mean overall, I think that Asol was a massive part of this team and did so much damage. The reset.
It did 34,000 with the second highest damage in the game at 17,000. Holy fuck, that champion is not balanced.
All right, so then Zero? Your vote is on Asol. Nini, what is your vote?
So I want to say Franklin because I think Franklin was like kind of like the glue that prevented. Because think about it, if Franklin didn't fulfill his role, Denzel would have been shut down even further behind. Gerson, I mean, so the level 1 gave Gerson such a lead. Franklin just played off that. There was several times where like Franklin would just go top lane and then Gerson would help him out, and then they would get even more off of it, and that let them lane swap. Because if Gerson wasn't ahead as he was, he wouldn't be able to match Shifter, and that would just leave Denzel in such a terrible position for the rest of the game. But they were able to throw him top lane against Vinny, and it was just like, well, now I can free farm, and there's nothing a tank Karma can do against me.
Yeah, I completely am with you there, and yeah, so my vote is also for Franklin. So we're gonna do the judges' vote. Judges' pick goes to Franklin MVP, and then the community vote is Denzel MVP. So congrats to both of you guys. good luck on the other games. Let's go ahead and get started with those. I'll get the. Well, let me talk to the which team LTP, and I will get the which side that they want to start and get the draft links going.
Okay. Just inviting everybody. Also, yeah, you're probably right on that. I could probably just pull it out. Because I actually didn't think about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard for me to like think about something else to interject while
Yeah.
I can't tell what's happening in farm. A lot of times I don't have to see on the screen what's going on in the lane. I can just look at the farm and tell what's kind of happening and look at the heads on the minimap and get an idea. But when the scoreboard's out, it kind of feels like I'm watching a replay. Because that's what they do. If you look and watch the replays on LCS, whatever, they pull it down, and they sometimes they leave out other UI elements too, which there's a hotkey for, but I can't remember because I'm not spectating myself. But
I'm gonna briefly. I'll be right back.
Okay. We have a short intermission while we wait. Pecan, why the hell is your name?
I do think that I have. What'd you say? Oh,
sorry, I'll just DM her. But go ahead.
No, I liked Franklin's look. I will admit I haven't looked a whole lot into what Franklin can do in the jungle. We played a little scrim with him the other day, obviously, but he was in another role, so it's kind of hard to tell what he was doing, and I didn't look at his match history or anything. But I mean, this is kind of what you want to see on this team. Is they've got a lot of star power, they've got a lot of good players. What they need is they need a movable piece in the jungle that's going to listen and that's going to be able to play champions that are going to facilitate his team, not necessarily carry. You've got a lot of players on this team that are capable of carrying, and you don't need to pull anything flashy off or play any high skill cap champions. Just find something stable and play with your team, and that's going to get you a lot of wins, I think, with this roster.
Yeah, I mean, and that's like the biggest thing, right? It's like a lot of playmakers, all they really need is like one or two good facilitators, and they really pop off. Like, not everybody has to be the main story of the game. Like, you have to understand that there are just other people that are just better than you or are more equipped, right? Like, example, a jungler being a pop-off character is not bad, but like, what does the jungler do past 20 minutes in the game? Not much, right? Like, top lane can easily run the game, and the game can end well before the AD carry or even the mid laner like gets online, right? So it's like helping your top laner, helping your AD carry, helping your mid laner. Like, being a facilitator as a jungler is honestly like something that's undervalued in a lot of teams, I feel like.
Right. Well, and if you were to compare the two play styles, right? Like, if I look at the mini map, if I look at how the game went, it felt like Lucas was mostly farming, and then he was reacting to plays, right? With the Lee Sin, and on Lee Sin, a lot of times your biggest strength is you have these really creative angles that you can come at and surprise people. You have a lot of gap closing ability. You can get some insane picks because you have this champion. If you watch pro play, if you watch really good players, so having the reactive play style he has, I kind of wonder if that's a good champion for his pool, because while he did pick up a lot of kills, a lot of times they were off the backs of what his team did. And Lee Sin is not where you want that gold to go if you're trying to get to the late game and win, right?
Yeah,
unless that Lee Sin's going to carry out that early game. So I'm interested to see how they're going to adapt the play style in game 2, what they're going to change, if they're going to allow this matchup to happen again, or if they're going to let the A-Soul through. I think we're going to see an A-Soul in game 2 get banned. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. I think the draft is probably going to be relatively the same. Looks like we've confirmed, based off of how the teams are going, they're gonna play the same sides again.
Really? Oh, sorry. Where's the
confirmation? Want that counter?
Is it in the team? Where's the confirmation? Is it the team?
It wasn't confirmation. I'm just going based off of how the teams are lined up.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I see.
Did you hear back from them yet?
No. Tipper said give me a sec. So I'm still waiting.
Okay, so they're debating it still. Then.
Yeah.
But if they do keep the same lineup, I mean, I think we're going to see a similar draft. But I think we're going to see that Rakan drop for an A-Soul ban. Other way around.
Oh, I forgot to make the.
I think we're going to see the. What was that last?
And zero, you are a prophet. They do indeed want the same side, so I'll make the links now.
Okay. It works out.
Yeah. I think we're gonna see them drop the LeBlanc or the Vel'Koz or the Nunu bands, and they're gonna focus on an ASOL ban. To be honest with you, that's what I think they would do. And I'll be honest, I think that let Poopy cook. I'm not sure if they're gonna keep the
I'm me,
Rakan.
and then kicks him. Thank you, Vinny. I appreciate that.
All right. So let me
I'm
go
not sure
ahead
if they're
and
gonna let
put
the
these
Rakan
bits
through
back.
again, if they're gonna ban that out, or if they're gonna let the Tarek through again, or ban it out.
They might.
I'm
They
interested to
might
see how
just
they're
let the
gonna adapt
Rakan
game
through
two.
and ban Tarek. And again, I think that might be a better call, right? Like it's very apparent that they. Well, actually, I don't know, because Tarek didn't really do much, right? ASOL kind of just ran the game.
He did. But you know, I'm interested to see. Do they still prioritize Rakan over Tarek, or do they now see Tarek as a threat? There were a few plays that Tarek could make that were kind of wild, but I mean, they did. Bot lane was not really in LTP's favor this game. They
Yeah, it was
were the
definitely
aggressors and didn't really find the kills, so we'll see. I think I liked the way that their bot lane looked this last game.
except for that one play. You
Yeah.
got to give some credit. That one play where they killed Poppy and Tipster almost beat the shit out of Juicy.
Yeah, that was
funny.
I mean,
scary.
that's why we watch this team, baby.
Yeah.
This is the entertainment part of the league.
Dude,
you know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Tipster-
These guys are gonna keep you interested watching their game. They're so aggressive.
Tipster is the living embodiment of I didn't hear no fucking bell, bro. He was like 200 HP, Juicy's like 400. He thought he could take it, and Tipster just didn't let him have it. All right, pulling up the draft link as we speak. Let's see. All right, draft is up. We are currently waiting on team captains to ready up.
Oh man. Yeah, I do hope to see a better performance. Okay, they look like they wanted, but not everyone's in the lobby yet. But if everyone's
Tipster-
ready, then sure.
Tipster's down there. He just needs to join
Okay,
the
yeah,
team.
I see it. Yes, if everyone's ready, they should go ahead and start. Yep.
That's the crazy thing, right? It's like in solo queue, you don't really get to understand how important draft is, right? Like
For sure.
draft is like easily 40% of your team comp. Like, or sorry, 40% of your game. A bad draft can easily make your game so much harder, or a good draft can easily make your game so much easier.
Nowadays, especially team comp is so important in modern League of Legends.
Yeah.
I feel like in the past it wasn't nearly as important, but nowadays with how much more team oriented the game has become, definitely.
Mhm. And honestly, I think the game's better for it because it just adds another layer of complexity that players have to learn. Oh, and we started. All right. So let's see. Let Poppy cook. Are they still going to do the same Katarina ban first?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Oh,
Yep, there it is.
Gershon, there's the Darius ban. Okay.
Yeah, I expect to see the first two bans or so stay the same on both teams. I think the third one is where we're gonna see an
Like a mix-up.
adaptation, if any.
Yeah.
Might go for Vinny picking top lane earlier this game too. Aurelian
Oh,
Soul,
There it
there's
is,
there's
the
the
ASOL
ban.
ban. Yep, needed to come out. Champ was too busted.
Agreed.
Riot fix.
Agreed.
Really well played by Denzel those games.
Yeah. Oh, and the Rakan ban again. Okay, so they're
Okay.
saying, hey, dude, you can have the Tarek. We don't care. We didn't think it was that big of a deal.
Now there's an opportunity for LTP to grab that champion early, to grab to grab Mundo or something like that
Mhm.
is good, and
Ooh.
potentially, you know,
Two
that could
bans
be
going on
something they need.
Denzel from LTP. They're still scared of his Zed, respecting it.
I honestly, I want to see Tarek Lucian, and I want to see Tarek Lucian Mundo. I want to see that as those are the first three picks I want to see coming out from LTP this game. I think
There's a
that's a
Maokai
good
once more.
Lucian. There it
B1
is.
Maokai. Okay. And the
Now, will we
Tarek's
get
up
Tarek?
too. Do they just
There
lock
it
it
is.
in?
Yep.
There it
All
is.
right, Lucian, Cam and Tipster are like, all right, that's it. We are going 10-0
gloves
or
are off.
0-10.
Yep, the gloves are off. It is a fight or flight moment for these people.
I'll be honest with you. I like the Lux for Poppy. Just throw her on that again, or maybe throw her on a Lulu. Throw her on something.
Don't speak
think those would
Lulu
be
names. Don't speak Lulu names. You're gonna send her into a fucking panic.
A spiral. Yeah.
Dude, she was talking earlier. Oh yeah, no, Mahan wasn't there, but she was talking. She was like, "Bro, I'm just destined to play Lulu every fucking game."
Well, you know, you do
Wonder.
the thing that makes your team win the most. If that's
That's
the
true.
sauce, or if it's something else, you know,
Up there,
you gotta be willing to play it.
It is like Caitlyn Lulu.
I
Caitlyn
mean,
Lulu. No, honestly, Caitlyn Lux would have been so good. I mean, it's a really good
yeah, I mean,
aggressive
sure.
lane. Yeah.
Yeah, and it'd have been. I mean, you've got the ability to, you know, turn off the Taric from coming in, and
Oh,
or the
shit.
Lucian from doing
Lock it in.
damage. It's good stuff.
Lock it in, Cinder there. All right, we're in the
Sandra
second
won.
ban phase.
All
We
right.
have top lanes still
All
available.
right, where are we pitching? Yep.
We're probably gonna pinch Denzel's mid lane here, so that's LeBlanc.
Yeah, I expect
A Vel'Koz
Karma to
ban.
get banned probably.
Karma?
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, it didn't really do much, right? They just pick Aatrox again into Karma and he loses. Mundo, there's Mundo ban.
Mundo ban. Yeah, they really don't want to see Lucas play Mundo. Let's see what that final ban is. Probably going to be towards Gerson. They're really thinking about it though, which makes sense. Like, so like 3 bans towards Denzel. They could go for a 4 ban on him as well.
I would go for a
and-
4 ban. Just say, just pinch it. That way, there you only have to like, because I mean they're giving Gerson free range top lane, right? So you already banned the Darius. You really can't ban Aatrox here. But I mean, if
Yeah,
you do,
there
you
is
just
a
pick
4
Seth.
ban. A
Yeah.
4 ban on Denzel. Interesting.
That's smart. I mean, oh, and why ban Karma? I don't think it did that
I
well.
told you. You
But
guys don't respect me, bro.
But I mean, it's not
You
that I
need to
don't
respect
respect
me.
you. It's just that, like, why? It doesn't make sense. Karma did not do
Because
anything last game.
I can tell you why. Because Karma doesn't let Gerson get ahead as hard as he wants to. It's because he can't play the early game. He can't force Vinny to make. Vinny has less opportunity to make mistakes on a Karma play, and it scales decently well. I mean, yeah, it didn't do anything last game.
I was
but
gonna
so
say,
did,
yeah, like that.
But Asol was doing everything.
Ooh,
So-
Hecaroni on
Or the
Lucas on
Asol show.
Hecaroni guacamole. All right.
This is
Hey.
more of a champ I expect to see Lucas on. This is a heavily farm-based champion. If you're not seeing a good angle, just go back to your jungle, farm it out, react to the enemy team. Don't be the aggressive player, and you can probably get some angles and advantages there.
Gerson picking
And
the
here we are with
Mordekaiser.
Gerson on the Mordekaiser
All
committing
right.
I
to
thought,
Cardinal
I thought he
Sin.
didn't play Mordekaiser.
Taking away
He
the
doesn't
Mord from
play it.
Vinian. Really, that is really interesting. I wonder if Vinny's going to respond with Fiora, and I'm really curious to see what Denzel picks. If Denzel picks
right.
Victor and goes the Moj build, he gets my MVP vote. I don't care how well he does. He gets my
the
vote.
MVP vote. That's some
Well,
favoritism in the shoutcasting booth. I'm hearing.
What would also be fun is if they did a double flex roll here and decided to
Ooh.
swap or something, but
It'd be kind of interesting.
we'll see what they do. I'm ready for that next pick to come in.
We got.
But like I
17
said, the
seconds.
Hecarim into Maokai matchup, I mean, Hecarim does better.
Kog'Maw?
Kog'Maw?
And there's a
That's-
Fiora, like I was saying, but Kog'Maw against Syndra Hecarim. Oh
Kog'Maw.
my lord.
That's got to be an AP Kog'Maw. mid lane.
100%. But then their team is so like AP based. I feel like
It is, but you've got a Caitlyn, so
that's
All right,
true. You
start
do have
it up.
Caitlyn.
you
All right,
have the
then they can-
opposite on LTP. So you have
All right,
all
here goes draft.
AD and
But yeah, no. So like, oh right, I got predictions.
Was that fear I smell?
Poppy Cook 1. Enjoy your guys's 10,000 things. All right. So let's start the prediction again. So while we're waiting to get into the game, feel free to predict on who do you guys think is going to win this game. Let Poppy Cook
You don't have to
or Team Pislo. But yeah, no, like, so looking at the draft, right, like so bot lane's gonna be interesting because it's a super hyper aggro lane into something that is notoriously known for having the best lane lockdown in the game, right? Like the only way that Caitlyn could have any better support would be to pick Lux and just to have a better lockdown. But like the Lulu guarantees the safety of their laners. You know, then going up, we have the mid lane matchup, which is Syndra versus Kog'Maw. And I mean, I I'm not a fucking expert on mid lane, but like, I'm pretty sure Kog'Maw loses pre-6, right?
Oh, absolutely. Like the Syndra, it's a very rough matchup. Even at 6, like if Syndra lands one good stun followed by a W, that's it.
It's like half
What
a
can Kog'Maw
Kog'Maw's
do?
HP, yeah, because he's like
Yeah.
he's an 80 carry by stat-based standards, right? He has low HP, low MR armor, but he has like okay HP
Actually,
scaling.
Yeah, well, actually, isn't Cog's base HP kind of high compared to most ADCs though? Because he's so immobile. I could be wrong, but I think I remember seeing high.
Zeri actually has the highest base HP of most ADCs, and highest scaling as well. That's why people don't take cut down on her, because you actually have more HP than most people in the game.
Yeah, my thoughts on this particular matchup. I mean, I think if you're looking at the whole game, I'm going to make a prediction and say I think LTP is going to pull this one out, and I say that for a few reasons. The biggest reason being, if you look at let Poppy cook or let Poopy cook, I don't see a lot of early game aggression coming from their team. I mean, you have options from Maokai, but this entire team comp, it's really going to depend on whether or not. I think the only real advantage you're going to find here is you've got a massive advantage in bot, but it's still a coin flip depending on how the players play. And then if you look at top lane, I mean, Fiora's a counter for Mordekaiser, so that's getting kind of shut down. If you look at mid lane, Syndra's kind of shutting down Kog'Maw. And then if you look at jungle, Hecarim is going to kind of handshake this matchup, I think, and Hecarim's going to turn out to be a stronger fighter than Maokai's going to be.
Yumi?
Yumi.
They locked in Yumi.
Misdraft.
Technical difficulties.
That's a penalty.
Penalty. Honestly, I'm down for that one to legitimately be a penalty, because they had drafts set in from the very beginning. Tarek doesn't look like Tarek doesn't look like Tarek. Tarek doesn't look like Tarek. Tarek doesn't.
Insert. It looked like Yumi on my screen in draft.
It was.
It was
Oh,
Yumi
it's
on
crazy.
mine.
I still haven't left the screen where it shows drafts, and I clearly see Tarek Lucian. But you know, what
That's
am I to
crazy.
say?
On Tipster's screen, it was Yumi.
I'm sorry. I still had my mouth. I say bad Yumi. Bad Yumi. All right, guys, relax. Don't be fucking trolling this time. I mean, Nico could be anybody, honestly. Nico could be the ASOL ban.
Yes, sir.
Nico could be the pink ward in the bush nowadays. My
Dude,
God.
that's what scares me. It's like I'm afraid I'm gonna be hitting a pink ward and it's just gonna fucking turn into a and then Nico ult and die.
Tyrant.
All right, we should see we should see Mordekaiser, and we should see Fiora, and then Hecarim. Let's not fuck this up this time, guys. Let's not. All right. How about we just chill?
Tarek Lucian. Tarek Lucian.
Tarek Luciano.
Oh, the Vel'Koz. Uh-oh.
Don't do it.
Oh.
You mother. All right. Don't do it. Swear to God. I will force you guys to play a 1-1.
Shifter with the cheeky Katarina sneak there. You see that?
Yeah. He's respecting the Denzel. Like, hey, what if I just played this? Like hey, I play Vel'Koz, you play Katarina. You know, fair.
I am really curious to see like what their goal is with the Kog'Maw pick though. Like, are they just going for like a poke wave clear sort of thing? Well, is Mord good at split pushing?
Yeah,
Like relative to like Fiora?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. Relative to Fiora is subjective, right? Because like Fiora's an insanely good 1v1 split push champion. Mordekaiser usually just beats anybody's side lane because he stat sticks them by stealing their stats, literally. But like Fiora's like one of those champions where it's like you can't really steal her true damage, so she's still gonna just pop you. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I think they.
Yeah, I think
We're good.
the crazy part about this top matchup is that typically, if all players, all things being equal, yeah, Fiora beats Mordekaiser, but we got to remember this is a game with nameplates on. This is a game with players in different elo brackets. This is a player that, what we could expect from this is completely up to chance and up to question marks, right? Like we don't really know what's going to happen until we see him in action. And I think Gerson, after seeing that Aatrox Karma top matchup, I think Gerson's got the sauce on Vinny. I think he's got the ways the moves to figure out how to get the advantage against the Fiora. And this has to be a calculated understanding from Gerson that, yeah, I'll play into the Fiora or whatever else Vinny picks because I know how to play into it.
He chose to play in Karma over Fiora, and he knows Vinny plays Fiora, so yeah, understandable.
I just hope it doesn't bite him in the ass for it. Because, like, I'll be honest, Fiora is like one of those champions where it's like you don't really have to be the greatest on it to do well, right? Even when behind, the moment Fiora hits 2 items, it's a very scary 1v1 there.
Yeah, definitely. That said, too, I mean, I kind of fought devil's advocate for blue team, and for red team, you kind of have to ask the questions of what are our threats, right? Like, where are we going to fall apart? And to be honest with you, I think where we're going to start falling apart is late game for red team. So if we see some early aggression, if we see some early kills coming in, I think that we have the option to see red win. But I mean, it really just depends to me on who gets the advantage first. I mean, you've got disengage from Maokai, you've got hard engage. It's kind of hard to tell, but I can't see a world where the lanes don't have some level of an advantage, except for bot lane. So, what are you guys' prediction? Who do you think's gonna win?
What's up?
Who do you think's gonna win? Just a prediction.
Honestly, my bet's on Team Pislo. Like, comp-wise, they just make the better comp, right? You have Shift, who has an insane pick, Lucian, who's such an early aggressive lane. Like, and even if Lucian like goes even in lane, you still have to worry about Lucian's ult, right? So I don't know what rune Lucian's gonna be taking, but like, let's just say he goes first strike. Sorry, tired today. So let's just say he goes first strike. You walk up the dragon, he W ults you, and half your HP is gone. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's literally nothing. But like, and then you also got to think about the team fight potential of like, how much peel does blue team actually have this game? You have Mordekaiser ult, you have Maokai as a whole, and Lulu. Well, you have Fiora running you down, you have Shifter's ultimate, which you're probably gonna have to Lulu ult. You have Cam's ult, you have Hecarim. Like, there's a lot of things that you're not gonna be able to stop, I feel like. Like, you have to play really good to be able to stop red team from just running you over this game.
Yeah, and go ahead, Ron.
I was gonna say, so I think part of their way of preventing that would be if Kog'Maw gets strong enough to really poke them down before a fight begins. Because AP Cog's poke is actually pretty annoying at the very least.
Also,
but only if he's able to get even a little bit. He has to be at least even or close to even for that to be relevant.
Cam has enlightened me to some information that their bans spell out the reason why LTP will lose this game. And it's Aatrox, Nico, Aurelia, Malzahar, Ezreal, which spells Annie in an anime. Anime.
No, isn't it anime?
Yeah, it's anime. Sorry.
The power of God in anime.
For the power of God in anime.
Because anime comebacks are real.
I believe. Like I said, they have a really strong comp. I wholeheartedly expect to see like Red Side pull through this game.
Well, and the biggest thing for me is I think that all of these champions thematically fit the people that are piloting them. Like, granted, Shifter is a little bit of an edge case when I talk about this, but he's clearly a skilled player. He's got control, and he's actually using Syndra relatively effectively for the champion, considering it's not one of his main champs that he climbs with, right? So, he's doing a really good job on this Syndra. He's a force to be reckoned with. Lucas tends to be this farming jungler, and I think Hecarim would fit that playstyle pretty well because he can pick and choose which fights he wants to go into. And if he doesn't like any of the fights, farming is a really good option, as opposed to some of the other champions that don't scale as well by farming and don't clear as fast. And then when you look at Franklin, obviously we've only have one game of a sample size so far, but his Maokai looked pretty solid. So I don't know. I think that overall, just Fiora, like all these champions are just fitting those players better than I think the other ones. And I think that, some of those champion discrepancies between playstyles are going to be the parts that I'm concerned about, right?
Right.
There might be a time where, maybe Gerson doesn't play as much Mordekaiser as some of his other champions. Maybe he takes a play that he thinks he can take and, can't quite capitalize. And Vinny's entire playstyle is that in and out skirmish style, right? So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm excited to see what happens either way.
I will say, unrelated, but Ashen Knight and Mordekaiser look sick. So
I agree. It is like Ashen Knight Shen being the last of the Sin line. It doesn't make up for what they did to Silas and Pantheon, but like of the skins, 100% Pike, Mord, Shen, great skins.
You know what I love the most about Mordekaiser ult or Mordekaiser's Ashen Knight skin? My favorite thing is that when I play Silas, I get to get the wings on my back just like he does.
That's true.
When
that
he's
really?
using that skin.
That's actually really cool of them.
It's so cool.
Man,
now, granted, sometimes it's like
issues.
clipped or on the wrong part of the champion, but it's really fun to use against a Mordekaiser with that skin.
Riot client fucking sucks, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, you gotta give him some. You gotta give him some.
Comet Tarek, by the way. Comet Tarek.
Oh, what the heck? Is that?
I can't help but think that was a mistake.
Intentional? He says intentional.
Intentional. All right. Well, I'm gonna.
That might just be the tapioca irony, but
He forgot
He
his
might have
alphabet
some. He might have some sauce for that one. Then I like that. I like hearing that.
he meant to pick Yumi, but it was banned.
I'm funky. So I'm gonna pull the camera out just a little bit. That way
If
we
you
can keep
stun,
the scoreboard up.
you do get that guaranteed arcane comment, right? That is free damage.
Yeah. The E gives the E procs comment for sure, and it's guaranteed, like you said. Yeah.
But I mean, how often you're actually gonna be able to use it? Juicy looking for some early poke mid, and there ain't nothing there. Oh no! I mean, and after all that too, like they all four showed mid, so Lucas is literally just sitting on their blue buff right now.
Oh.
Yeah, he tends to play a little aggressive with his early game.
You say?
He has no protection if anyone thinks to come check it. If Gerson thinks to check it for 1 second.
No, they're actually gonna let it slide. Uh-oh.
Nobody wants to check it. Is he gonna start wolves?
Oh, wait.
What is Lucas doing?
I like the wolf start. Don't hate on the wolf start. He's trying to take the wolf thing, but I do agree it's a little bit aggressive. It works out for him.
Look at bot lane. Okay, this time they're actually gonna cheat. Look at bot lane. Look at the bush in bot lane.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Oh, they're actually pulling the wave. So the reason why they're doing this is since the wave is sitting closer to the enemy tower, it's going to slowly push back towards Tarek and Lucian, allowing them to have better all-in potential. So all-in lanes like to have the wave closer to their tower, so they have more room to run down your opponent, and then poke lanes like to have the wave further into the opposing tower. So you basically play into each other, essentially.
Gotcha.
So they both are on the strong suit. But it comes down to a skill matchup.
Oh,
Juicy with the dodge.
Juicy J Mechanics really poking the hell out of Tariq there.
Tariq.
Yeah, and there's melee range matchup where both the support and the AD carry have range advantages. It's a little rough.
Lucas able to take that blue buff.
He's taking the entire top side.
Top side.
Personally, when you've got a lane like this, I think it's a bad idea to split like this as Hecarim. I think you need to be bot side, but if there's a time to fight into Mordekaiser, it's early.
Oh yeah.
It would have been a great time to gank, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's
you need to get this Mordekaiser behind.
Ooh, a stun caught on Lulu or on Caitlyn, forcing a flash.
That's flash barrier from Caitlyn.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, right? It's like
and no sums burned from red side.
Yeah, like that's the exact trade that I'm talking about. Tarek Lucian is such a devastating lane. Like one stun easily means half your HP just gone.
You know what I would have liked to see, to be honest, though, from the mid lane. Sorry, a little bit off topic, but I think in this lane. Ooh, hold on, flash from Tipster coming in, ignite on Juicy. Wow, what a heal! Tipster might actually just go down from this. Tipster goes down. Looks like Caitlyn will also go down, but I think Lulu wins this 1v1. Poppy, don't give up. You win this. You win this. No, Poppy.
No, Poppy.
She let him live. And there's a fat wave pushing into tower too.
So I was gonna say, because of how advantaged Syndra is in this thing, To be honest. Uh-oh, hold on. There's so much action
I know,
happening.
there's so much fighting. I love it. Literally, Franklin has only gotten half of his entire jungle this game so far. But, despite that, they're still relatively even on the jungle item.
Yeah, only a few camps behind. I mean,
Vinny,
Lucas got the
look
crab.
at that other vital. He's not going to get it, but Gerson's getting kind of low here. We got to make Knight coming down from Gerson. Wait a minute.
Oh!
Gerson!
No shot!
Outplayed the fuck out of it. Oh my
Holy
lord,
fuck.
Jesus!
I'm not gonna lie, my brain did not process what the fuck just happened. I was like, wait, Gerson flashed? Did the Q go off? And then Vinny just stands there and dies? Like, what the hell, man?
No, that was insanely well played by Gerson there. So what happened there?
Shit!
The entire reason why Fiora beats Mordekaiser here is that he has parry for the E. So if Mordekaiser ever presses E, Fiora just reactively has a generous amount of time to react with W. But what Mordekaiser did here was he flashed over the parry after he forced the parry out of him.
Oh yeah,
So that gave him what he needed to get out, and he had the ignite to finish off the kill. Really well played by Mordekaiser by Gerson.
The literal definition of dubstep ignite. That was well played.
Good job, Gerson. And, okay. What I was trying to say earlier was that in Syndra versus Kog'Maw, it's so early favored for Shifter. I would have liked to see him go Electrocute Ignite, to be honest. There's a couple of instances there where he had enough damage and the stun landing on Denzel where he could have just ignited and killed him. Like ignite with the Electrocute damage, basically. It would have been enough.
Yeah.
So I understand that TP is like the quote unquote the best summoner for like team play, but I don't know. I think if your lane if you have the kills in your kill potential in your lane, I think Ignite's worth it. DBH.
I would agree. I think like getting aggressive leads in lane helps you in the end of the day because it's like, well, you're putting your opponent behind, you're putting more gold in your pocket, and by putting more gold in your pocket, you essentially, you get higher advantages into team fights. Because if you're Gerson looking, that's level 6.
Vinny fucked it up. Vinny fucked. Oh wait, no, she went the wrong. Oh
that's the
no,
6 diff.
He's in the ulti.
That's
Oh,
the 6
Then he messed
diff.
it up. He whiffed. Now, exactly like we were saying before, Mordekaiser's up double the CS on Fiora. He has 2 kills. Gerson is online on this Mordekaiser, okay? This matchup is done.
He's an absolute menace. He went for that early Grievous wounds too, making it even that much more difficult for Flora.
Tough for Flora.
Flora, yep.
Oh, Shifter's
Look
looking for a
at-
dive bot
we have-
lane.
Oh, Shifter Williams
That's Lulu Q. Lulu's on
coming in
low
for the
mana.
flank. Once more, Hecaroni in their top side jungle.
Juicy
Shifter
and
is 6.
Poppy are playing
Oh,
really far
Shifter.
back.
Yeah, that's
Not
gonna be
far
a
enough
free
back.
catch.
Oh.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big
Oh,
catch.
the double
That's
stun. Ignite comes
Ooh.
out.
Shifter going in for
Shifter
that.
looking for the kill.
Yeah.
Oh my
That'll do it.
Oh, Lucas getting caught out.
Caught out here though. Yeah, no, this is he is very dead.
Yeah,
He doesn't
right,
have Phase Rush.
Very-
right into the arms of death.
He took Conqueror, right?
Looks like.
I really would have liked to have seen Green Smite come out more from these junglers. You know, the Blue Smite's okay on Maokai probably, but it's okay on Hecarim too. I'm just not sure about the build that he's going with Conqueror. Usually
Well,
you see that if you're going Phase Rush.
Both kills went to Syndra from that game.
Oh,
Oh, he whipped
missed
the
the
parry
parry.
again. Oh no.
Then he's doing it wrong.
Oh,
You have
but
to,
he gets
you have to
out.
parry the. You have to parry the stun. I mean,
This
he could be
feels-
trying to parry the Q damage, but if Mordekaiser hits you with the E afterwards,
So with that roam, 2 of those kills went to Syndra though. That's a huge advantage over that Kog'Maw. I think at this point, if Kog'Maw gets caught out, it could be a kill.
Yeah.
Assuming the Shifter is ult.
Lost
yeah,
chapter
you don't really have an
versus-
ability to follow that up as Kog'Maw yet, right? Like this
Yeah.
champion's going to come online a lot later than Syndra can.
Yep.
And Syndra scales too, arguably harder than Cog, but
Oh, Lucas coming in.
Lucas going for the
Lucas
kill.
making
bot
an
lane.
aggressive play. He
There's
almost
no-
gets it off perfectly, but he gets
Flash.
polymorph.
Oh,
Wait,
Shifter's
the
actually
Shifter's
caught out.
here. Oh, Shifter's
Oh, there's
very-
fighting everywhere. Oh,
Oh, Tariq
Poppy
dies.
dies. Shifter dies. A trade kill across the map. Tipster dies. Dude, that's in favor of blue team.
That's-
And that went to Caitlyn too.
Yeah.
So much happened there. A dive bot lane, which went 2 for 1 in blue side's favor, as well as getting their mid laner as well, who's giving a kill to Kog'Maw, letting him catch up with Shifter.
And they're translating this directly into an objective. That's what you'd like to see. Hecarim, on the other hand, is going for invades and for farm, and they're not setting up this dragon at all. So, personally, I would have liked to see an objective come out.
Cameroon, the tower dive.
How's
No.
Cameron doing?
He seems like
he
they're
dies
just like-
here, right? Oh, he could die here. Juicy
They have
has
no vision.
flash.
So close. Oh, he's going back in.
God. Oh no, Juicy!
No!
Oh no! Juicy! Juicy! Dude, what the fuck?
And nobody dies.
What am I watching?
That is wild. That Cameron gets away with that.
What the fuck am I watching? What did I just watch? What did I just watch?
That was the most scuffed in skirmish.
What did I just watch, man? What the fuck? What the fuck, man? What did I just watch?
You remember that show Jackass?
Yes.
And there was that one guy, Steve-O, on there. I feel like I'm watching Steve-O play Lucian right now. That's what it feels like.
Hi guys, I'm Steve-O. I'm about to dive the bot lane tower. Welcome to Jackass.
Welcome to Jackass. Exactly.
First drag though looks like it's gonna be going to the red side. The Oceanic Dragone.
It's going to red team. Honestly, I will say, despite being on the back foot in last game and so far in this game, right? Red team has been on top of on top of dragons like really well.
Yeah, I would have liked to see it come out sooner because they need to capitalize on their early game advantages.
Right, like they got a couple kills and then they just didn't do dragon. They just pushed in the tower.
But in the end, he gets the jungle and he gets the dragon, so
Yeah.
I can't really argue with that.
Oh my
Maokai
god,
doesn't
and
really
he's just
trade.
getting bullied.
I can just hear Gerson say, "Yeah, Vinny, this is how you really play Mordekaiser." Just the Gerson tone ever.
Yeah.
Let me show you how it's done, Vinny.
I mean,
Oh,
Gerson
very aggressive. The Cam has no mana. This is actually a really good fight.
And there's a Rift Herald top lane. Vinny's trying to take the 1v1
The
and dies to Ignite.
Wait, does he get a shutdown? Oh, I thought Gerson was gonna die. Gerson lives with like just
Oh,
barely.
Juicy overextends and gets killed.
Yep, and Tipster pops off
Oh,
with the stun
smited.
positioning there.
I think they got first tower here though for top lane.
I think so. Unless they decide to leave
Unless
it.
Gerson, yeah, unless. But then would they be trading? No, I think Gerson's gonna full commit for it.
Yeah, Gerson's
Cam,
full committing. There's no
3
TPs
kills.
up. If you look on both teams, the only teleports are on both of the mid laners, so there's less of that going on this game.
Right. Shifter.
Vinny is down half the CS. Ugh.
But Cam has 3 kills on Lucian. He achieved his goal of getting fed early game.
Yeah,
He
but
did!
Will it be enough against 4-0 Mordekaiser? Listen, I've had a few games where I'm like Giga fed and Mordekaiser just ults me and I can't do a damn thing into it. So I'll be wondering if Cam pays the tax or is he gonna bite the bullet and try to 1v1 Mord in his ult.
Knowing
What?
Cam, he's going to try and 1v1. But,
Yeah,
Knowing
no
Cam, he's
idea.
probably gonna 1v1.
Cam
But I mean,
Mutter.
but
Cam Mutter.
there is the Syndra threat that is a very real problem too. So,
it's true.
you know, the thing about Mordekaiser is, you know, if you're going to use the ult, you need to send everybody else on the
Ooh,
other game.
Cameroon,
Yeah.
just like we're fighting this.
Oh,
wait, hold on a
Lucas
second.
taking half his HP in the meantime as well. Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, Cog is not too far. Even CS on Syndra, just 1 kill down. He's almost dead even. And Syndra will hit that mid-game power spike earlier, but Cog is gonna be annoying at the very least. Franklin
Look for something
in
to
the
respond
East.
bot lane. Kog'Maw E is one-shotting caster keep creeps now, so wave clear is no issue for him. Franklin's gonna hold while they recall. There's no way I don't think they can dive Franklin. Even with Terra Cult, there's too much CC on Maokai's front.
Yeah, exactly. Root, knockback. Yep. Definitely a tough target to dive. Plus, he has plated steel caps right now too.
Mm-hmm. Smart pickup by him, by the way. There's
Oh, wait a
2
second.
Oh.
Is Mordekaiser coming? He is coming in. Shifter has cloud.
No.
Shifter misses whiffs. He gets put in the death realm. That is it. Oh no.
He's extending his lead to other lanes. This is what I meant
Look at
when I
that
said
game with the
top lane is
wings, bro.
terrifying.
That looks
Yep.
so cool.
Oh,
I
Luke is
know,
coming in.
it's so good.
Oh, what's this Hecarim gonna do?
Oh, Lucas, what was that? No.
No.
Oh,
He
over
fell for
aggressive
it. He
play
fell
into
for
a
it
death.
so
Here
hard.
comes Tipster
Getting
and
the kill to
Cam.
Cogma.
Oh, Cam actually doing a bit of damage.
Yeah, this might be a big shutdown for him here. Oh, a flash from Tipster, a flash from Cameroon.
Oh my, 400
goodness.
damage on a Q. Oh, but not
Oh,
enough.
almost enough damage. Kog'Maw completely out of mana. Shifter TPing back in. And plates going to Juicy and Lala.
We got Lala and Caitlyn.
Ooh, and they just barely lost that second plate. Unfortunate. Hate it when that happens.
I can also hear Juicy saying, "Man, that's tilting."
Hipster.
Okay,
Shifter.
ult herself. She saves
Nami
herself.
lives.
Let's go.
And by Nami, I mean Lulu. I saw the name.
Shifter versus Juicy though. I don't know.
And Juicy, Shifter doesn't have ult.
Juicy put the trap down where he was going back. I mean, like, it's a little hard to like do in the heat of the moment, but like whenever you like have to like that second trap that's up against the wall, he should have put that more towards the tower. That way, their Shifter is forced to either walk away or walk around, and the entire time, or Juicy could just kite him out because he has no ult. The only thing you need to be worried about is
a little bit more diagonal.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see what Mord has. Mord has the Oblivion Orb, can stack Dark Seal, the plated steel caps, and a Rylai's. That's, you know, this for 15 minutes, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff. Oh, and he's got a component of Riftmaker now.
So looking at the gold difference, right? We have 4,000 on Fiora and almost 8,000 on Mordecai. This is why you gotta respect Gerson, man. You know, he's not a top laner you want to fuck around with.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it's like
Give
it's,
him an inch. He'll
it
take a mile.
Oh,
Exactly.
Juicy J! Syndra has no ultimate, but maybe...
there's the flash, the barrier.
flash?
Shifter is overextended. Shifter!
Oh, the ulti!
Well played, Juicy. Well played. Well played.
Juicy
Oh,
J!
Cam looking a little bit caught out here. No? Okay.
Can't help but feel like Shifter's testing his limits just a little bit.
Just a tad. I mean, if Shifter had ulti, I think he died 100%.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
They got
With
Lulu
ult.
flash out of it, though. That's for sure. And his barrier.
Yeah.
So no summoners bot lane besides exhaust, and honestly that's pretty big for red team.
Definitely.
Oh,
And it looks
Lucas.
like it's going to be... Oh, is Lucas going to try the in-steal technique? No.
And the in-steal technique, he's pretty good at that one.
Alright, Inferno Dragon. This one can be quite a game changer. If someone's able to get 3 and get Soul, that's a lot of damage. Especially if it's like Senor Syndra. I mean, he's like, nope, nope, get me out.
The other thing you're looking at, if you're blue team here, when you have Infernal map, you don't have as many bushes you have to worry about in comparison. So the wardage is a lot simpler. Like you can get larger areas of vision. You have typically safer paths that you can get to the objectives. So for this squad that has, you know, Kog'Maw and Caitlyn, who can instantly get one shot, or even Nami or Lulu, you know, this is a safer map for them to play on because there's less unknown. Is that
a flank from behind?
Oh my goodness, that's what you like to see though.
That was a really good flank. I liked it. Poor Denzel though. Poor Bima. He got bullied. Why are they picking on the dog, man?
Well, in his defense, I don't think that the champion was the issue there. I think
No,
that red team just was all there.
Definitely just a 5-man gank on the tower.
Wait a second.
Oh, Lucas ult coming out. Oh, Tisha getting caught. Ooh, they can't take this fight. They're too low. And that's a very fed Mordekaiser, one might say. He's Tipster.
He's like, get back here.
Cam,
oh, Cam,
700 gold to Juice, or sorry, Gerson, and that's a fat shield.
That's a fat
but wait,
shield.
is Shifter about to do something thick here? Let's see. The WE, perhaps?
You might get the kill on him.
No.
Ooh, nope. That's not the sauce. Alright. I mean, everything I said about red team getting this dub is looking a lot harder now, right?
Yeah.
They got this.
Juicy
They got this
to be a
massive
little bit
advantage.
aggressive there. You see how far up he was posturing? He's like, hey Syndra, wiggle my booty, wiggle my booty.
you wanna take a smack? You wanna take a smack? Go ahead. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Let's see, when's the next dragon? We got dragon at 2:30, we got Baron at 1:30. So I'm wondering, let's see. I don't think Juicy being mid here is the play. Like, I'd hate to say it, but Juicy should be shoving bot side and should be taking tier 1, right? And then pressuring tier 2.
Yeah, X.
What's X do? Oh, yeah.
Or sorry, X should be dragons, I think.
No, yeah, we have Dragon up in 2
We're in.
250. I try not to keep it
there
up
we
too
go.
long because they can see buff timers as they're spectating the stream.
Oh, fair enough. That's
Yeah.
Well, we're 3-minute delayed, so it's not gonna matter.
You sure?
Yeah, we're forced delayed 3 minutes. That's
Well, I
why we
know,
waited.
there's
at the
another
beginning of
catch
the
on
That's what I'm saying,
Kog'Maw
since
here?
it's 5 minutes, you'd know. if
Yeah,
it's
no,
so-
Lucas is going for that dive. That is a stun landing on Kog'Maw. That is not
flash.
looking good for
Oh!
Denzel. Oh,
Trade
but
kill?
wait a minute, Lucas. Oh, the heal. Oh, that was
Just
so cool. Wait,
enough.
wait. Is that going to be the Leandries? No, not quite enough. That was so close, though.
So, going back to gold real quick, Vinny has actually caught up in gold a little bit. I mean, he was down 4,000, now he's only down about maybe 2,200. Sorry.
Wait, no, he's still down 4,000.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah,
It's
that- you got worse.
9,900.
Yeah, we got worse. Never mind, I take it back. My math was wrong. You got worse, I'm sorry, Vinny.
He has Divine Thunder finished, though. Oh, and a stun go on
This
Mount.
is a little aggressive here.
Taking everything. Oh,
Wait
my.
a minute.
Oh,
The flash
see.
going out for Tipster.
He
Yeah,
tried to-
Cameroon.
he
that's
tried to root him under
That's got to be
tower.
the first blunder I've seen coming from Franklin that was so egregious in this series. Not a good look. Maybe he was trying to defend the tower, but you don't really have a lot to worry about there. You know, you've got
Oh.
an objective coming up.
Oh,
soon,
Cameroon.
so-
Oh, they're
2v2.
pincered here.
Juicy is overextended. And
Juicy is
gonna
a
die.
not even.
There
Yeah,
it
that
is.
is just the freest. Another kill for Cameroon.
It's entirely like the game is in Gerson's hand. This game, in my honest opinion, I feel like everybody else has kind of blundered a little bit. Gerson has
Oh
been
my
like playing relatively perfectly
What
so
is
far.
going on?
Ooh, and that's a collapse from their bot lane too.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Cam's looking
This
for the
could be
in-game.
this is a
shut
kill
down
on
for
the
Cam.
Mordecai.
I
That's
say
a
that, and
big
then
shutdown.
Gerson goes and dies. Damn, that's 1,000 gold on Cam.
Yeah, Cam
That's
is that
wild. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's good that they're paying attention to the map and looking for the things they can capitalize on, because that is much needed gold in the pocket of Lucian this game.
Definitely. And at this point, the gold gap has now been reduced to under 1,000. Or yeah, so it's. Oh, hold on. We got Lucas waiting in the eaves from Franklin.
Lucas gonna meet in the jungle. Oh.
Yeah, Mordecai or Maokai is a bit too strong for Hecarim at this point in the game. He's just too tanky.
Even with that black cleaver, still.
Even with Black Cleaver, yeah.
When he gets mana
he
immune,
needs
maybe.
he needs Sunderer.
Oh,
He
does
needs
he need
Sunderer is what
Sunder?
he needs. He needs Sunderer to be able to fight against this Mordekaiser.
Shifter's out of mana. This Drake could go to blue team here.
He has enough for an EQ at least,
And he just used it.
Probably yeah, and enough for an R as well. After
And their blue buff just spawned, so they might be able to get. Uh-oh.
I think they might be giving it.
Yeah, they've got it all blocked off so well.
Kog'Maw really stepping a little bit up to stop that back.
Oh.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't
There
know.
comes out Maokai ultimate.
But yeah, that
That's
is the
Dragon.
Infernal Dragon for blue side.
Oh, and
And now
he
Mount's getting
engaged me
engaged.
afterwards.
That is on Cameroon.
Oh, guys, if you see Gerson coming in from the top, here comes Lucas. He's ulting in.
Oh, Lucas,
Poppy
he's
died.
running hot.
Juicy's gonna die too. Lucas is in the middle of 3 people. Shifter can't do anything
Shifter,
to
help
save
him
him.
get a kill here. Get Shifter.
Maybe get a
nice.
trade
Like
kill on.
that.
Oh, he almost
Ooh,
got a trade
that was
kill
so
on.
close. See, that's what I'm talking about. Hecarim, just reactive play. Keep farming. Keep
And this
building
is
your
tier 2
items
top
up.
lane for Vinny.
And you'll find an answer. You'll find an opportunity. Imagine if they had fought together on that, right? They have so
Yeah.
much power if they group together in these fights, and that's not even with Fiora around. So, I mean, this all started with Maokai dying at that tier 1, right?
Mhm.
This all started there because that led to the sequence of events that got Cam the golden top lane, led to Mordekaiser being down for the objective, and just it was a snowbally thing that opened up the gates for this play. Everything kind of fed into itself, so they really got to be careful, because one death can cause a lot of problems down the rest of the game.
Shadow Flame completed though for Syndra. Yeah, that's a lot of damage right there. Kog'Maw is looking to finish up his Seraphs. Tier is fully stacked. It's an expensive ass item though.
Oh, he just finished it.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Spoke too soon. Cameroon has the Nabori. Huge on Luciano Cappuccino.
And it's also smart that he went rapid fire third item. Though I would have liked to see him pick up his extra crit cloak because, like, I will preach it till the day I die. Crit is unfair and not at all random. There are definitely zones where you crit more and zones where you crit less. And 60% is definitely one of them zones where you crit less. Mortal coming in.
Ooh.
Oh my god, he just does so
Leading
much
up.
damage.
I think Tarek was a little late on the ult there.
Oh, a big catch on the
Seraph
Seraph's thing.
Oh,
Grace.
here comes
But
Lucas.
Lucas coming in and saying, I don't give a fuck about your Seraphs. We're gonna kill you anyways. Cog pass about to explode on him. The
Maokai
shifter
hugging
caught out
Shifter
from
pretty hard.
Maokai.
Oh,
Yep.
poor
That
Shifter.
is-
This
Ooh,
Maokai is
fun.
unkillable.
Unless Cameroon comes in, maybe a shifter going
Oh.
down here.
That might be Baron. If they take Baron here, that's pretty smart.
Uh-oh,
Lucas is
Hector's
so
walking into
fed this
vision.
game. Let's see. Will he go for it?
Hector doesn't have Ghost or ult to get in there. So this is definitely going to go to blue team.
Yeah, they just have to concede it, honestly. They have no tools to get in there. And even if he does end up getting in there, I think he just dies before he gets there.
Yeah, he's quite squishy with his build right now. I mean, he does a lot of damage though. He's quite squishy.
Oh my, wave clear from Kog'Maw. Holy crap.
Well, he's certainly doing like he is certainly wave clearing like a control mage and he's being poking and annoying, just like I was saying. Like he was not shut down hard enough. If he's not shut down hard enough, he's just going to be like this. And that's why I was saying if Shifter went Electrocute Ignite, I think he could have gotten at least 1 or 2 kills in the laning phase off of them.
Yeah.
From my experience.
That's a lot of damage. Shifter's still pulling out a lot of damage. He's got the stopwatch in his inventory too.
Oh,
doing a
Shifter
quick
caught
stop.
out. He's gonna die instantly. Oh my god, Juicy's damage.
But we got the ulti on Cameroon. He's doing a lot
They
of damage
have to
back
kill
to
Juicy
them.
here. No, that's not enough.
Well, that might just be the game there. Yeah, Tarek ult coming out a little late in all of these fights. It's not a good look right now. If the ult maybe comes off a little sooner, you know, I think they're depending on that ult and they don't see the kill threat, so it comes out a little late. But this is really
Ooh,
part of.
big catch.
Oh my
Super
goodness!
damage.
Shifter
Cameroon,
with
Cameroon.
the pick. Honestly, well
Shifter
played by
and
Cam
Lucian
for following
coming in
up.
clutch
Yes.
there.
That was such a good follow-up by Cam. Like, they got the one kill, Cam wrapped around for the other side to get the other kill. It was very well executed by them.
And they did it with. They got 2 for nothing in a 3v5.
That's
And
impressive.
defended their inhib. That's very big for Red Team.
Franklin
This
using
game is
those
a lot
Maokai
closer
saplings.
than it looks right now. There's only a 3k gold difference.
However,
This is a good game so far.
Trajone is coming up in just a second here too. Looks like red sides are running. All 4 of them are rushing down to it. Ooh.
Maokai pinging his R. He has 5 seconds on it.
Yep, Hecarim ult just now coming back up, but critically,
Juicy just spawned in.
blue team has all of their
Vinny
ultimates
taking
up.
half his HP, but just a
Blue team's just not there for the play from the Caitlyn
No.
and Lulu kill earlier. So
Oh,
this is a
Franklin
drag
going
on Red
in
Team.
regardless.
Vinny, it looks like some misagreed
What-
in
what-
synergy.
yeah,
there. They wanted to disengage. Vinny wanted to fight.
Anyone?
Yeah, they had a-
it was
they had a good fight there, I
5v2,
think,
5v2.
They had a really good fight there, I think, especially since Caitlyn and Lulu weren't there, but they don't have full global vision. They're not sure of the pathing or how far they are, so it's a good idea to disengage and just be safe. They're in a
Well-
losing position. One wrong fight could end the game for them.
Where is the MR on red side? They have so many AP threats on blue side. Lucas went for those Ionian boots. The only MR I'm seeing is from Fiora. That seems a bit greedy in my opinion.
Well, I mean, when you're fed, you feel like you could take on the world, so you might want to rush more damage. It's an admirable trait, but it depends on how well you capitalize on it, right? Because, I mean, being fed is only as good as how well you take your lead. You know, the longer you take to utilize that lead, the more your opponents are going to get gold to catch up on your lead, and eventually that damage might not matter.
Right.
Well, you do see the Zanya starting to come out from Shifter, so that technically that's not just a magic damage thing, right? Like or armor. Like it's more than that. It's the ability to be invulnerable, right? You can dodge magic damage with that. But
Right. He's
other
looking
than
to be
that, I
more
mean, you don't really have
defensive.
the space in the itemization. I think is why we haven't seen it yet.
I was thinking for
And
Hex Drink or for Heckaroni, to be honest. Hex Drink or for Heckaroni, maybe for Luciano. Like,
Hecarim doesn't even have
But
his
and
mythic yet.
the other thing is like we haven't really seen Kog'Maw take over the game yet. Now that he has 3 items, he might show himself a problem, and then reactively they might start building some MR if he's that much of a problem. But Mordekaiser, I mean, he's a melee champ. If he's on top of you, you've already lost. There's not a lot of a point to build resistance against that unless you're going to be fighting into him. Hecarim, you could argue maybe could use it, but he says he's opted to go for this more damage-heavy build with the Black Cleaver, the Mirror Mana. He's now picking up the Divine Sunder. So he's looking to scrapping. You might see it on a 5th item or 4th item.
there's the ulti. There's the ulti from Cameroon. Chunking a little bit, but not most of it missing the shots.
A little bit of a Nayram.
A little bit. Lucas looking for a
ARAM.
flank.
Fiora
Lucas looking for a
taking note of the
flank?
situation, going up top, trying to split, telling his team to be careful, don't die to some
Honestly,
dumb shit.
if I was Vinny, I'd be bot lane. Sorry, I see a free tier 2 on the map. I'm Fiora. I 2-shot it. That's 550 gold into my pocket in like 30 seconds. You know.
Juicy's
You know, I have
really
to agree
stepping
with
up.
you.
Juicy.
Juicy?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
does he solo kill here? Is the question. Oh, there's the Mordekaiser ulti coming out.
He just
Shifter-
autoed minions like 3 times. No. Shifter would have been
does not
dead.
live
This
there.
looks like game right here for blue team. Juicy
Why
just
didn't they-
able to go up so far. Do so much damage on this 3 item Caitlyn.
What is Lucas doing? Why is he farming his? game?
Interesting. My question is, why was he able to push up that far? I thought Lucian would have just gone onto Caitlyn immediately and burst her with Syndra to back up, but maybe it was miscommunication.
Yeah, Lucas is hard trolling here. He could have fought with his team here.
Oh,
done
Juicy's
so much
1
better.
HP. Vinny, go to the.
And then his ult is whiffed.
Juicy is like
Lucas could have hard won this fight there if he had just fought with them.
And now he gets polymorphed and
Oh,
killed, and
that's
that's
Stelter.
game 2.
GG,
The best of 3
going
goes to Let Poppy Cook. Dear Lord. Okay, I wasn't expecting it to end that quickly, I'll be honest with you. I thought we had like maybe another 5-10 minutes in.
Same, yeah.
The game was extremely close, all things considered.
Yeah, I think there was some good looks, but I mean, the way that game ended was kind of a head tilter, you know?
Yeah, honestly.
We had ways that we could have not lost there, you know? So we'll probably need to check that over in VOD review, see what happened, but either way, most of the game was looking really good from both teams, and
Yeah.
I mean, everyone kind of got their comfort picks, right? Like everyone had opportunities to play and pop off that game, so it was a fun game to watch, except for Vinny.
Vinny,
Yeah,
Vinny
poor
did not get to
Vinny.
play the game.
Vinny took a chance and lost, and Gerson didn't let him breathe.
Yeah.
Bro, Gerson literally threw his hands around Vinny's neck and just did not let go that game. Like there was literally nothing he could do. After Gerson did the Q flash ignite walk away fade away, I was like, dude, no. There's no way. There's no way.
A maximum disrespect. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm posting the poll now in the Gen chat for a
Mhm.
community build for MVP.
Also,
So,
while people vote, you should drag in captains and do a captain interview.
Yeah, well, actually, I can't. The channels are locked, so
Or
I need
Zero can drag
okay,
people.
Zero. Yeah. So Zero.
Just tell me
why
who
don't-
you
yeah, let's go ahead and start off with let's do the winning side first. Let's go ahead and do an interview with who is the captain of that team? To be honest, I'm gonna say Gerson. Here we go. Let's go ahead and drag in Gerson.
All right, let's see. Who do I think won that game? I don't even have to say my vote.
Yeah, I think it's Gerson.
I think it's Gerson too. Like unironically, Gerson just ran that game. Like, and it wasn't even like he had Franklin gank his lane. He single-handedly 1v1'd his laner, and then just took that lead and ran with it.
Yo.
Gerson. All right, man. Tell me about that game. Tell me about that top lane and what it's like to just absolutely stand on top of someone.
So Vinny was actually playing it pretty well early. Very, very close. wasn't for that little sneaky flash Q, I
Dude,
ended up
dude, that was so cool looking. It was actually so good.
He looked lost after I landed that.
Dude, you flash Q'd, ignited him, he stood still for half a second, and I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what happened? And then he
I
dies.
dazed him a bit.
Yeah, you did.
Overall, though, I feel like you guys were really coordinated in both games. Would you agree with that? Were you guys communicating well and that sort of thing this time around?
We were actually, and Franklin knew where to be most of the time without us letting him know.
That's really good.
So
Yeah, that's awesome.
big props to him. He was probably the best player both games.
Interestingly, yeah, we agreed that Franklin was actually the MVP for game one, but we gave it to you for game two.
Yeah.
Kind of deserved.
I mean, like, because it wouldn't, it's not only just because you, like, stomped your lane too, right? It's like you also moved your aggression and you pushed your lead elsewhere. Like, that gank mid lane helped Denzel get, like, some breathing room for, like, the next 5 minutes to let him farm up and get his first item, you know?
Oh yeah,
Like-
no, I snowballed out of control.
Yeah,
early.
there was a lot of pressure because, like, most of the time when top laners get fed, they usually just stay top lane and then they have group for fights. You unironically left your lane early to go help other lanes. It was great.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I personally vote you MVP for second game and then Franklin MVP for the first game.
Same. Yep.
See.
So let's see. So after the loss last week against Nini's team, and now you guys have a W under your belt. What are you feeling about your chances overall? You've seen two teams now. What are you thinking about how you're going to go in this tournament?
Honestly, after the shift to Franklin, we could possibly be the strongest team
I
in the
agree.
league.
Ooh, big words. All right,
I don't
the
know, man.
challenge.
You
You guys
leave
think you
Kane
can take
open
us
up on the
on? We'll
board.
see about that.
You leave Kane open on the board, and I'm sorry, but Franklin's gonna get circles ran around him. I'm sorry, dude. We're
We'll
in his
see.
walls.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll leave
What
the cane
is he-
open. We'll leave the ego pickup. But we'll see how it goes.
All right,
We'll
let's
see it.
go.
I'd say we leave the Darius up, but we already saw how that went, and I don't want to do that again.
All
Yeah, you
right.
got that
Well,
again.
now I'm gonna go ahead. Let's drag Tipster in here. Well, he is deafened actually. Maybe Shifter if Shifter's down to give a little post game interview. Oh no, he's not deafened anymore. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and drag Tipster Williams down here. See how he's doing.
Alrighty, is my time up here or?
Yeah.
You're welcome to hang out, or you
Yeah, you
or
can
you
say
can
if
head
you
back
wanted
to
to.
your phone.
Alright.
What's
Tipster,
up, Tipster?
Guadalupe Hidalgo, my man.
My
Tell me
head
about
is
those games.
spinning. Why am I not Yumi, bros?
Why didn't you
What?
pick Yumi?
Dude, I don't know. Cam dodged. I was like, wait, I'm playing Yumi, right? Nah. It was a pretty rough series overall. There's a lot going on. Well played to our opponents though. Poppy and Juicy did exactly what they said they were gonna do. They're gonna keep us under control and force the rest of the map to play into some really strong players. There's a lot of misplays from my end, especially game 2 that I'm not happy about, but you know, it is what it is. I was really happy to see some of the performances. I think Shifter's really good under pressure, and Lucas was still getting farm numbers for the most part. It was mostly a macro misread on my part. I'm just not used to trying to be such an active voice calling things, and Rift Heralds really got under our they were just not on the radar. We weren't contesting rifts at all, and it showed. They got a lot off rifts.
I will say
So
though,
I
I
have
mean, or go ahead. Sorry.
I have two questions. So first of all, when Juicy was just running up to you guys, I noticed everyone was running away. I was very surprised there. I thought you and Cam were just gonna collapse on her, right? Like you and him were just gonna burst her or something. But what happened? There was a miscommunication, or were you guys really wanting to
No.
retreat?
We really did want to retreat. Almost all of us.
Okay.
Shifter saw the opening and took it, but the opening turns into Mordecai's role, and then we're outnumbered. So that was hard to capitalize on. A lot of it just came down to a lot of our team members were too weak. Fiora unfortunately got behind early, and the split push wasn't able to keep us active in the game. Yeah,
Gotcha.
that was it. We were just playing from a very scared position post like 1K shut down Mordekaiser.
Yeah, understandable. And then the other question I have is, towards the end, when Lucas was just farming in his jungle, when they were pushing to your base, was that like did he just give up? Was he just like GG or what?
I mean, maybe. I mean, he's just
uh,
trying to get gold. There's a lot of issues beyond just that. Yeah, I mean, maybe he gave up. There wasn't really too much communication on anything other than, you know, the immediate then and there. Like we're just like, okay, we're in base. Do we take the fight? Do we like, how do we manage it? And normally we'd propose that and I would just die by getting one shot. They're especially good at focusing down the Taric. They made a lot of good
Mm.
decisions involving everything. They're a really strong
Gotcha.
team. Franklin's really good backbone. It was fun playing
Yeah.
against them.
And then you had some questions. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh
But
no,
yeah,
I was
you had
just
some
gonna say
questions.
I really liked watching bot lane a lot because I think it was just a really good example of just even though you guys are fighting a lane that technically counters you, like with Lulu Caitlyn having such a hard lockdown on bot lane, you guys still managed to kill them several times, right?
Yeah, I
It
would
wasn't like a
say
lane where you guys basically had your tail tucked between your legs. You guys literally were like, we're gonna beat the shit out of you, even if you might take a couple of us with you.
yeah, exactly. It was like it was just simple bot lane, right? It was we just play to bait the spells and then we try to get our engage off. Shifter confirmed that we won bot lane by roaming bot, but I felt like we were in a pretty significant advantage for both games bot lane. It's just transferring those advantages and finding the right carry. We ended up opting for Lucian game 2 because I said I just wanted to, you know, I just want to get as early a lead as I possibly could and, you
Yeah,
know,
I was gonna
push
ask why
on.
didn't you do Lucian first game? I don't know. I mean, I'm not like a Vayne expert, but like Vayne with Taric doesn't sound like the best time because you
We
have
were
like
really
insanely good
happy with
lockdown, but not a lot of damage.
uh we were drafting Turk just because they weren't banning it and I figured it would give us the best chances of winning. I didn't really have anything in mind other than Tarek Rakan, and then they just refused to give me Rakan. Um, and then we picked Vayne because Cam's been feeling really good on the Vayne, so it was kind of two comfort picks.
Okay.
It almost worked out for us, I think, but there's just some discrepancies going on with our macro. Like we're not finding Rift Heralds. Um, we're not supporting our laners as much as we should. I mean, Shifter's doing all he can. He's the one making huge roams and plays, but nothing concrete, nothing that can actually get us like a real foothold. And I mean, you saw that TP bot by Denzel, right? Holy shit. I was like, my mind was blown. I was like, dude, instant TP by Aurelion Soul. He has 2 kills, bro.
Bro.
Like,
Dude,
that was
Denzel was
literally
shut down that game. It was like he
he
was
was
actually
shut
so
down.
behind, and then he just like he got 2 kills on the board, and then it just went from there. It was like what the fuck.
Yeah, he went off the rails on the Aurelion Sol. I mean, he just played it really well overall. He shouldn't even have been a problem for us, but we just misplayed a lot of situations in general. And maybe there's issues involving the Vayne Tarek draft. Maybe I could have picked something a bit better at like instantly disengaging. The Maokai ult game went too. They had so much mobility. Their team was really impressive. Like they were always controlling vision better than us too. I just was having issues getting where I need to be. It just felt like there was a lot of difficulties. They weren't very easy games. Really well played.
Well, I hope it's good learning opportunities for your team. And yeah, later on in the season, I'm sure you guys can come back. Maybe take a few dubs against them next time.
Hey, remember,
Yeah.
it's preseason, and all these games are
Yeah,
just trial and error. Honestly,
yeah,
get to weed out everybody's like best champ. That way, you can start playing against it.
for sure.
That's why I gotta start learning new ADCs.
Looks like we have a tie for community MVP. By the way, it's a tie with 3 votes for Franklin and 3 votes for Gerson. We need one more vote as a tiebreaker from not a judge. So if anyone's watching the stream, and you haven't voted yet, please vote one more time in the poll, or if you're in Twitch chat, like throw out some names or something. We'll add it.
Also, Lucas mentioned that the reason why he was farming camps is because he was a couple camps away from Sunderer, and he
Yeah.
said, "I don't think they would just straight up end, and Sunderer can turn the game." Which I mean, I guess it's
Absolutely.
fair, but like I don't know, inhibitor being down and then just farming camps felt a little bit weird, and, at least from my perspective, as as a watcher, right? Like you see 4 people, they just killed 2 people, like it's gonna be rough, Like you should just be backing and trying to stall.
I mean, it's whatever. But
That's all right.
obviously, all the teams are gonna be looking at it. Those games were fun. They'll be fun to watch again. We'll get our brains wrapped on it.
Yep.
We'll crack down on the case. All right, guys. Anything else, or we're good?
That's all from our side, man. Thanks for
All right.
playing. Yeah.
Yeah, you as well. Have a great thanks for the stream. Everything. Have a good
Yeah.
night.
And it looks like Gerson wins the community vote for MVP with 5 votes to 4. But Poppy got 4 votes. Franklin got 4 votes. Hey, that's great though, honestly. So all right, so that is a community tally for Gerson. Okay. Well, everyone, thanks for watching, and that's it for this round. We'll have the final preseason round on Wednesday. Boomers versus Mind over Meta.
I hope Topher's ready.
All
Because that
right,
bot
well-
lane ain't going to be looking 10-0 this time. It's actually going to be 11-0. I'm going to eat my ass off.
I was hiding.
Better ban my rant, motherfuckers. Better ban it.
All right. I am down. If anyone else is, I'm down for the classic post games in-house ARAM.
Hell yeah.